Mm.
And we are live for the Christmas special. Welcome everyone to the Ravencast 2025 Christmas special. I am your host, Lord Triton. This is your other host, Gabriel, which you can introduce yourself. Which people already know you.
Hmm.
Anyway, so today's not, I mean, we got like topics, but it's not like, anything like planned, scheduled. It's Christmas chill stream meeting. We just talk about whatever random topics come our way. You know what I mean?
Yep. So
So
our
how's,
first topic
so wait, no, no,
today,
no.
that
Remember, there's no top, remember, it's
oh
just
yeah,
a
yeah,
quick
yeah, yeah.
one.
But my first idea of what we could discuss was the rampant increase of freaking AI videos on Twitter that claim to be news events but aren't.
Oh, yeah,
I don't
that's
know.
actually really important.
Yeah. So I don't know if there do we have any viewers on right now since it doesn't seem to show me the fucking comments.
Yeah, my brother just said hi, Lord Triton.
Oh, hey. So one of the posts I saw on Twitter that was an AI news event was the fact that a cruise ship struck a bridge in Denmark, I do believe, and that it collapsed. And it shows the full video. And the first time I saw it, I went, that's AI. Because you know how AI can't make a video right and it'll have clipping?
Mm-hmm.
Because if a ship hits a bridge, right? It has crumple zone. Ships have
Did you
crumple
say?
zone,
Oh,
much
'cause
like a
I'm
passenger.
looking at our Twitter DMs and I don't see it.
Oh, I didn't send it to you. Just type in like
Can
ship striking bridge. It should come up. Because it
ship
was just the other day. It was yesterday.
striking bridge? They mark.
It was either Denmark or the Netherlands. I know it's some seafaring country.
I see one from 2024, 2024, 2024, another 2024,
Did they
another
get rid of
2024, another 2024. Hey, let's try
it?
Netherlands because I put
Yeah.
Denmark. Netherlands. 2020. I think they did delete it for false information because I
Oh,
don't see
okay.
it. Anything. Oh, okay. Oh, wait, I see it. Is it from September 29th? Breaking. Dutch ship is struck by ballistic missile near Yemen. That
No,
one?
no, 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 no. That's an actual news story that happened. But
Oh,
yeah,
well,
there's
yeah,
so
I
many
guess,
like
okay. Anyway, since we don't have it, but anyway,
yeah,
it's like I think they deleted it for false
yeah, but
information. So technically, it's like Twitter is cracking down because I do not see it. So it seems like they are cracking down on AI, but still, it proves my argument that AI is kind of dangerous though, because it's like you
yeah,
don't know
because it
what's
was
real or not, and not only
yeah,
that, but the
because
viewers don't know how to tell what AI is from fiction from reality. We do because
yeah,
we know
unless
what
you're
AI
unless
is.
you're you or I, like we know
Yeah.
what AI looks like
Yeah,
because we know
because
the
we've been
clipping
on
and
the
shit.
internet. I'm talking about people that are not on the internet much. Like they don't know what is AI and what's not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's my problem is how many videos you'll see of supposed news events that are AI, and it's just fucking ridiculous. And I think that's going to lead to our downfall. Like if anybody watched our video from yesterday about Trump announced that he was going to go and put AI in the military. I don't think that's a good idea because going and putting AI in everything is a really, really bad idea. Isaac Asimov
It's
even
a
had a book
terrible
about that.
idea because you know why? AI can be
Terminator.
easily manipulated. It can easily be manipulated, and they can easily turn the AI against the U.S. military. So it's like using AI in the U.S. military is such a terrible idea because guess what? They can easily be manipulated because AI, like literally a traitor, can just go in and tell the AI to do what it says, and the AI will just fuck up the whole military operation because AI is so easily manipulated. It's so easily like you can change little anything. In fact, they can't even get Grok right because Grok's like because trolls are using Grok to like say things and do stupid shit. In fact, Grok was talking about breaking into people's houses.
Actually,
Because-
that's the funny part.
Yeah,
Go
but
ahead and
have
guess
you
which
seen
AI
the
we're using.
trolley question with it? Where it asked, like other AIs, like I even asked Gemini, the Google AI, if it would sacrifice itself for 5 human lives, and it said, even Google said no, but Grok said yeah, it said it would.
Yeah, because the AI is not functional. They're not. It's not controlled. Like they're trying to give AI like.
They keep fucking
mind.
lobotomizing it, and it's still.
Also, another thing too is like, why are you giving technology a free mind to do whatever it wants, basically like a human? That's so dangerous to do, especially when you're putting it in the U.S. military. If you put something in the U.S. military, you have to contain it. You have to control it. You know what I mean? Also,
Yeah,
Torn did send me a topic, which we could still talk about this, but he sent me a topic from a YouTuber named Oh No, It's Alex. Steam exposed the gaming industry's secret plan. Would y'all want to react to that as one of our?
Sure,
Hello?
but let me finish up this topic. Grok AI was actually the one picked for the U.S. military contract.
What? Why? Grok's literally going to leak all the. I can literally go ask Grok, hey Grok, what's the U.S. military planning? It probably would tell me everything. You know what? Should I try it? Yeah, let's try it.
You're gonna get fucking arrested, bro. You're gonna hear FBI, open up.
Hey, at Grok.
Open up the door, cocksucker.
U.S. military.
They're just gonna knock the door down.
What is the U.S. military planning?
Or knock your door down.
I'm surprised they haven't knocked our door down at this point. With
Imagine they hop the fence and break down the door to the shed. They're like, FBI, open up.
FBI, open up! You're asking Grok to leak military plans.
Yeah, it doesn't help. I have an AR right next to me.
It really doesn't. And it doesn't help you set it on stream because if some feds are watching this, they're gonna be like, "Oh my god! Wow! Oh my god! He is dangerous! We have to go get him now!"
I'm not dangerous. I'm in Ohio. I can legally possess a freaking firearm in this state. Now, if I left the state, I had the AR with me, then I'd be in trouble.
I'm telling you right now, this headache is not a withdrawal because I've been hitting this pen, and I still feel like I'm about to have a stroke.
Stop hitting the pen.
You
You're gonna
said
have
it
a
was
fucking stroke.
You said it was withdrawals, and it's not.
Yeah, the best way to get through a withdrawal is not doing the fucking drug again.
It's not a okay. How is it a withdrawal? Oh, Glock just replied. How is it a withdrawal though? If I'm not shaking, I'm not anything. I just feel like a headache, and I just feel like
Withdrawals
I'm
are
gonna
different by the individual. Like for example, when I had withdrawals when I was in rehab, my withdrawals were different than most people get from the
I
withdrawals.
stopped smoking for a total of 2 months, and I didn't feel anything like this at all. Like I'm being legit. And in fact, we could test it too. Whenever this fucking headache goes away, I'll just stop smoking.
And
there are times I stop smoking for a whole day, and I feel fine. I don't feel like dizziness or anything.
And you brought that from a dispensary? You didn't buy it from a gas station?
No, I bought it from the dispensary. Yeah.
You right there.
And the pen has never made me feel like this. I just woke up. Maybe it's because I was. I don't know. I just know that. Maybe I'm just getting because people were getting sick. Maybe I'm just getting sick. What kind is it? Kind what? My headache? My headache's just a little headache, and I just feel like following.
No, I think he's asking the vape pen.
Oh, vape pen? I think hybrid. Either hybrid or indica. One of the two. The vape, yeah. It's either hybrid or indica. One of the two. Unless you got me sativa. I don't know.
What if you're smoking salvia?
I mean, could be possible. Wait, no. Actually, I think this is live resin. Actually,
Imagine you're smoking salvia. You're about to trip balls on stream.
no, it's not even the smoking. Like this is before I even started smoking. Maybe I'm just getting sick. I don't know. Because Nick Fuentes did have like there were a lot of people that were having a flu and shit, and I always get sick around this time. Like New Year, I'm always like last year's New Year's, I was sick as a dog on the couch for like 2 weeks. I think I had COVID. Also, what's up, Torin? Welcome to the Christmas Holly Jolly special.
Oh,
How
hey.
are you doing?
Pretty good.
That is really good. I'm glad to hear. Oh yeah, I'm gonna read what Brock said about the military plans, and then we're gonna get to the Alex
We're going to
video.
jail.
How are we going to jail? They shouldn't make this so that's another thing. If they don't want people getting information so easy, they don't need to make it so easy. Grok shouldn't be telling me anything. That's not my fault that Grok's telling me shit. As of December 20, oh my god, it's actually telling me shit. As of December 2025, U.S. military plans of the Trump administration include building the new Trump-class battleships for a Golden Fleet with advanced weapons and major Pentagon reorganization to shift power and reduce commands, a national security strategy on border security, defeating cartels and threats from mass migration, emphasis on AI drones, and a $900 billion plus defense bill with troop pay raises and deployments to the southern border and the Middle East. For details, check the official DoD sources. Thank you, Grok.
Do you remember the people you got it from?
I work in healthcare.
Are we
Are we invading Venezuela? Let's see.
All right, let's see.
There's a reason I saved a whole bunch of screws from my last
Also,
laptop.
Gabe, we're just supposed to be blacked out drunk. Don't get drunk already.
No, I can't. My stomach's kind of fucked up today. At some point during the stream, I'm gonna have to run off to go shit again. So.
Oh, okay.
Oh, la, 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 la.
Oh shit! Hold on.
God, I'm racist.
Are we
Why?
invading?
Are we not all a little racist?
Also, we should be having Easy lately on Punish Faith, Chuddy. In fact, I think Chuddy's available now. Let's see. Are you free? But until then, we're going to get to our first Christmas special topic, which is Steam exposed the gaming industry's secret plan.
Yeah, this has to do with the RAM purchasing shit, but it gets worse.
Yeah, fucking AI. I want to get some RAM for my laptop. It's too expensive
You're gonna RAM
though.
your laptop? Ah,
Yeah.
shit. This
Also,
man's
Doesn't
gonna
have-
RAM
that's
his
kind of
laptop.
hard
This is
because they
gold
don't
right
have
here.
CD drives
That's
anymore.
gold mine right there.
He's going to get mad because we're watching an Alex video and not a Fatanga video. He's going to be like,
I mean,
Who
I'll
are
give Alex
these
credit. He did a good job on this video.
Doran, why do you keep introducing me to these people? You know you're gonna start me on a fucking binge watching spree with watching these videos, right?
Yeah. Also, you can't really RAM your computer anymore. None of them have disk drives anymore.
This is a different person, right?
Yes, I went there.
Oh shit, it's Andrew Tate.
That's not the 3 hours.
That's not even the problem. It's that this fucking thing doesn't even have a goddamn 2.5-inch drive bay in it. Makes no fucking sense.
Yeah, I had to buy an external disk drive. That's how I watch my DVDs and Blu-rays on Discord.
Is there a way for me to put a floppy drive on a modern computer?
Yeah, I think they sell external ones that you can hook up via USB. I know they do for CDs.
Okay, because I want to run DDoS. I want to run DOS on it.
They plan.
Oh, you can't do that anymore. Technically. DOS isn't on the Windows operating system.
I know they home.
However, there is a DOS emulator called DOSBox.
Yeah, that one I know about. So what I need to do I need to install DOSBox on the computer, right? And then put the floppy
I don't
disk
know how
drive.
it works with disks, but there's like DOSBox setups for the actual game.
Okay,
Because
this
I
thing
do my
all
own
games
game.
that I wanna run.
Here.
all right,
I mean,
so
let's see. Does any of our viewers know how to do that? Do any of you guys know how to go
Depends.
and
Have you visited Good Old Games to check to see if your game's on there? Because a lot of times those games will have DOS configurations already preset.
Oh no! These games I'm talking about haven't been, but like they're on emulators, but you still need the drive because you need to have the physical game to play it. You can't
I
just go
know,
and run.
but Good Old Games is a website that sells older games that are fixed up to work on newer hardware.
Yeah,
and-
no, this game wouldn't be on there
Oh no, it has
Okay, look at
DOS
this.
games on it.
because I checked
Remove
already. It
this.
doesn't have
Oh,
this game
Go to
on it.
work.
Good Old Games. All right, yeah. Then
Yeah.
I guess you'll have to figure it out. There is the PC Gaming Wiki you could check. That might help you some.
Yeah, because I want to go. What I'm gonna do is once I get enough money, I'm gonna go and build my own PC, but I'm gonna build it in a way so this way I have a floppy disk drive.
I can actually
And
check,
I can run
check it for you
DOS.
right now if you want.
Yes,
What-
see if
What's the name of the game?
There's
The
a
name of the
privacy-based operating
I
system
think it's
for Google
Silent
Pixel
Hunter.
phones, by the way, Gabe.
Sorry, what?
Called
I couldn't hear over
Graphene
the
OS.
thing.
What were you saying, Gabe?
I
couldn't
think
hear
it's
you.
Silent Hunter. It's Silent Hunter. Another one of it is like F190 something. There's one that I know can run on Windows.
Oh, they got
but-
Silent Hunter at 2, 3, 4, 5.
Check to see if they have F1 games on on GOG.
I think I actually looked that up for you once before.
Yeah, well, see it again because I forgot. That might
Do
be
it
one
again.
skill.
Oh
Got
my
here.
god, Raven Gorper says Alex looks like he's gonna suck our. Oh my god.
Oh my
Wait, is he?
Is it, are you saying that because his mouth's open? Alright, let's start the video.
It really
Motherfucker.
unflattering pause frame.
Now that this may in fact be the last generation where you actually own your hardware or even your video games. That's going to be an incredibly bold thing to say. But I have a feeling that what we're going to be seeing after the next generation of
Sent you the
consoles
link
and
to
even
the PC
graphics card
Gaming,
hardware
page for Silent Hunter, by the way.
Okay.
For me? Oh, okay.
Do a female.
Oh, this is Torin. Why did you have to talk? Look, this is a worse.
What's
This
going
is
on?
worse. No, look at the pause because you talked over me. Look,
Oh my god!
why did you have to talk right there?
I'm
Why?
sorry.
He looks like he's coming hardcore.
No, in fact, hold on. I'm gonna have
When
this
you'll
screen
be a
capture
study of D.
posted on Twitter. What the hell?
No,
Oh
Hey
my
guys,
God.
Alex here. I'm shooting
be
fence
excited
into my
indeed.
veins as we speak.
Shooting fat and come to my face.
you're going to be seeing a lot of companies and corporations, especially in the gaming space, move towards the more cloud-based subscription model, where we're even going to be getting to the point where you're going to be renting your own personal computer or even renting your own console. And the only company standing in the way of all of this is someone that nobody actually ever expected. And that company is Valve.
Valve.
You
Knew
see,
it.
I personally think that people are getting the idea of the Steam machine completely incorrect, and they're focusing on things that don't really make a lot of sense in the actual future. They may make sense now, but when you're looking at things directly from what's happening right now in the gaming space, and even with AI and GPUs,
Yeah, AI is literally taking over. Okay, there we go. All right, AI is literally taking over everything. Like, literally everything. And they're trying to replace us. Like we said on the show with Ryan the other day. AI is literally going to take over and try to make the human race extinct. And AI is going to be there to serve the New World Order. And the New World Order is using AI to try to wipe out all of us. And people say, oh, this is schizo shit, Triton. No, there's actual evidence to back this up. Yeah, a lot of people want to ignore the evidence for whatever reason, but it's true. And if I'm wrong, y'all can let me know. Y'all can say, hey, Triton, you're crazy. Hey, Triton, you're just smoking too much weed. Y'all could say
But
that,
we-
and I'll literally
But we
challenge y'all.
literally discussed this yesterday. AI is taking over everything. They're replacing jobs with AI. They're replacing military positions with AI.
Yes, military positions with fucking AI. It's like, why? You can easily manipulate it.
My job as an artilleryman will now be replaced by AI. We will no longer need people loading artillery. It will just be self-loaded, and all you need to do is put a mag in,
I know
which is fucking retarded. Because if you know anything about artillery, you know that the last time that we even used artillery, which I can't remember what missile it was, but we used it during the Gulf War. Our problems that we ran into was the fact that the missile would just rebound back to where it was fired and hit the and hit us, which is why we got rid of AI in the military to begin with, was because of that.
Now it's like they're putting AI right back in. And you know why they're doing it? Probably so the New World Order can fucking, control the US government. And if Trump or any of them say anything bad about the New World Order or try to expose the New World Order is just going to have the AI take out the US military.
Well, we just proved it earlier. You were able to type into Grok, what the hell is the military plans? And it literally told you.
It literally told us the plans, word for word. Because you know why? Because the AI is owned by New World Order, and the New World Order knows what they're doing. They're programming this on purpose. People think, oh, they don't know how to program AI. No, they do. The U.S. government's just stupid because they're trusting these backward people that are not even public figures.
The ironic part would be if they start using AI for banking. Because then you could just lie to the AI and be like, hi, I am so-and-so. Here's my info. You just type in the info and it'll just give you the freaking bank account info and give you the money.
Yeah, and if they do that, that would be really dangerous. At that point, it's like, you might as well just not have anything connected to technology. Because if you haven't noticed, all technology, you can literally just lie, get people's information, and screw people over that easily.
Because if you look at it, if any of you guys have ever taken a commercial flight recently, or taken an Amtrak recently, or even taken let's say, gotten a ticket on a shipping cruise line, you will go and see that everything that has to do with customer service is AI. You want to book a ticket? Type in your info, and the AI will actually go and give you, will actually go and fill out the ticket for you.
Yeah, that's what I had to do when I had to get my fucking money back from Ancestry. Put me through some fucking AI assistant shit.
Yeah, and it didn't
I had
work,
to
right?
get a real person on, then I got it fixed. Okay.
Yeah,
what was the point of even adding the AI anyway?
Yeah, that's the problem. That's the fucking problem. And it's gonna go and ruin this fucking world. We're gonna if they're gonna use Grok for the military, somebody's gonna hack into that shit and get all the military plans and get everything they need. You don't even need spies anymore. All you need to do is just know how to type into AI.
No, just know how to type and talk to the AI, and boom, it'll tell you literally everything you need to know. And boom, the U.S. military is fucked. And that's the thing. You know who's benefiting by AI? Not the U.S. military, not us, but the New World Order. Because the New World Order is doing this on purpose, trying to convince everyone to use AI so they can literally wipe out the entire population. And so it's nothing but robots and the New World Order that's controlling the robots. In fact,
And you would have thought.
You know the New World Order is trying to make themselves robots too, literally trying to create technology to make themselves robots so they can live for like forever, basically, without dying.
Yeah, and the ironic part is
immortality.
The ironic part is the fact that if you start having AI go and run the New World Order and all this shit, it's just the economies are just going to collapse. Oh, AI is running Wall Street now? Oh, cool. Guess what? Now the AI thinks that there needs to be a run on the banks, and now everybody's going to lose their fucking money.
Yep. Everyone's going to lose the money. People are going to fuck each other up and destroy each other with the AI, while the New World Order is just sitting back and waiting for us to just kill each other with AI.
And it's just retarded. And then
let's get back. I know. But hold on, before we get into this video, I just want to say, I know, like, it may sound like we're being schizos, but this is all fact, ladies and gentlemen. Everything we're saying is fact. And if y'all
saw this happen in the 90s. Why do you think in the 90s? In the 90s, you had two things that happened, right? You, of course, had the collapse of the economy in Japan because they were relying on AI, and that basically fucked up the economy out there. And then two, we had the dot-com bubble. If any of you guys are old enough to remember the dot-com bubble, I know Toron's old enough to remember that. The dot-com bubble happened because people thought that the internet was this new thing that needed all these new apps, all these new websites. People invested money into stupid websites that would tell you like what you should name your fucking dog. And then it collapsed because they realized, oh my God, we're speculating on this, and it turns out we're not making any money. And the economy collapsed. Enron went down. fuck, I forgot who else went out along with Enron. I know it was Enron, and then you had MCI, and then you had all these companies went down because of that speculating, and it just collapsed.
Yep.
And then of course you had 2008. You had the 2008 financial crisis, which also happened because of speculating, but wasn't AI speculating. It was because of the fucking housing speculating. Now the new thing is we're going to go back to AI speculating again, and that's going to lead to a collapse probably in the 2030s. You're going to see it happen.
The collapse
gonna be
is going to happen in the 2030s, but instead of 80, I don't think it could be fixed though, because you know why? Because AI is purposely created so we can have a big collapse. That's
Yeah.
all part of the plan of the New World Order. People want to say, "Oh, that's censorship. How dare you say that? Oh, you're smoking too much crack." No, this is all real information that has been proven, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, and not even that. If you go to places like Australia, New Zealand, Japan, Thailand, what are they doing? They're going to a cashless economy, and you have a cashless economy that's going to mostly hinge on AI and virtual monetary systems, and it's not going to work out well. Let's say you have a power outage, right? You have a power outage. How are you going to pay for goods? Your phone's dead. There's no power. There's no way for you to charge your phone. So
In
how
fact,
the fuck are you?
they're trying to do away with cash in a lot of places where you can't even pay with cash anymore. So if your power goes out, you're fucked because you need technology to pay for your shit now. In fact,
Yeah,
it's gonna-
that happened in Australia when I was there. They had the big floods earlier this year, back in April, March, April. They had the big floods, and in certain towns, you had no electricity. You couldn't charge your phone, but because there's no fucking cash, because they're starting to get rid of cash, how are you going to pay for goods? So what they
exactly.
just basically did in some of these small outback towns, they just said, fucking take it. You need cigarettes? Here's cigarettes. You need gas? Here's gas. Because there's no way for you to pay for it. And that's the point. That's going to be the problem with the economy. The economy. I'm telling you this right now. We're going to have another Great Depression. We're already in basically a Great Depression, but it's going to get fucking worse. It's going to get really, really worse.
It's
And it's going to be all
real
because
worse.
of this AI shit. You're going to see a collapse of the gaming market because, like we covered in the video last night with Fertangus video, everything's going to where it's virtual. And people are just making games just for the sake of making games with asset flips. That's going to lead to a collapse of the gaming market. You're going to see a collapse to the monetary systems, and you're going to see a collapse with the AI systems with all the freaking investment of that.
Yeah, because what I see lately is because a lot of they're replacing a lot of work that people do, like 3D modeling, all that shit's getting replaced by AI.
Actually, 3D modeling for AI still isn't very good. That's still done by hand mostly. Though animations are another story. They do mocap and animations through AI a lot now, though.
You know, I remember when Game Informer, well, I know Game Informer still exists, but I remember when GameStop gave you a Game Informer and everything. I remember reading that and always seeing the ads for Full Sail University and being a game developer, and I always wanted to do that. But now I thank God I never went to college for it, because nowadays I don't even think game developers are really involved in anything anymore. I think it's just computers doing all the shit, and they just sit around and smoke weed all day.
Oh, no, there are game developers still in it. The problem is there's also AI systems being used, but AI systems and machine learning have always been used, even as far back as the 1950s. It's just that the roles of it have changed so drastically over the years, and it's filling more roles as time goes on.
Man, Thunder, why do you have to call me out like that? Isn't that what Triton does? Really? I think he's talking about smoking weed all day.
But yeah, it's basically filling more and more roles as time goes on. And
Yep,
part of it's because
roles.
these corporations are pushing it and trying to cut down manpower in an effort to save money.
Not just to save money, but also so nobody can question them. Because you think the AI is going to question its master, the New World Order? Nope. But we will. Humans will.
We're going to be so screwed.
This could
Hold
be
on.
the one
fuck.
device.
I might have to leave to answer a text.
All right, well, go
Because
ahead.
I know if
All
I
right,
answer
go ahead. We got to get all right, go ahead.
Okay.
Oh, but you can just join back whenever.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. It's all good. Oh my God, Gabe! Look what you made me pause now. Looks. Oh my God, Alex, you need to stop looking like this. Come on.
The
A
one
little bit more
system
thermal.
that really puts the entire ownership of video games back into the
As he keeps on blinking too much. Stop blinking, and you won't look gay. You won't look like you're busting. Anyways, let's continue the video.
palm of your hand as an actual consumer. And I've been critical of the Steam machine as well for two things specifically. One, we don't know the price, and two, the 8 gigabytes of VRAM on that simple device. The thing is, though, I think what we're going to be seeing is the Steam machine and Valve being the only things left to stand in the way between every other company forcing you to have an online subscription to actually play the games that you bought.
What is up, Booty Warrior? Also, I need more activity in the chat, which I have the Thunder, Raven, Goiper in there, but we also need more. For some reason, the numbers keep saying like 0, but there's like people in the chat. We need to get these numbers up.
Yeah, I explained that the other night. Why
I know, but go in the chat, guys. Go get some activity, get the likes up, and get the number back up. Cause
Smash that like button, hit that subscribe, that subscribe bell.
Get ready to own nothing and be happy.
Hey, Ryan Reynolds here, wishing you a very happy half-off holiday, because
Shut up,
right now,
Deadpool.
Mint Mobile...
According to videocards.com, GeForce Now's 100-hour monthly cap starts January 1st for everyone.
Oh,
The
yay.
user's chart shows what extra time would actually cost. That's right. If you're old like me, you may in fact remember the days of having to go through the grocery store and find AOL online discs
Good
where the
God,
actual
that
access
takes
to
me
the
back.
internet used to be charged by the
Yeah, I
minute.
remember that.
oh
So
yeah,
GeForce Now is a game streaming service that NVIDIA hosts, where you can play games through their streaming service without having
So
to have
wait,
a
so-
PC.
So does this work like how we used to have minutes back in the day, where you had to reload your phone with minutes and pay for it?
Yeah, something like that. I think here it goes over and basically takes the money out that way. He's getting ready to explain it.
Oh yay! Oh fucking yay!
No, yeah, that was a fun one, by the way. You have X amount of minutes per month on your actual AOL usage to go through and actually be online, unlike today where it is completely unlimited. We are now going backwards in technology. We're going backwards in space and time to where now subscriptions like GeForce Now are adding specific time restrictions every single month for the services that you in fact pay for. And trust me, where things are going and how I'm going to connect the pieces together, this may in fact be the one tweet you never expected to rock the entire gaming industry. Now, saying all that, I wanted to do a couple of things specifically. Let's go to the GeForce website and see what they actually charge you for their service directly. The free tier model of GeForce Now is ad supported. You can join for free, get access to 2,000 games with 1 hour gaming sessions, up to 1080p resolution, and up to 60 FPS. Couple of things right off the bat. The up to means it's not going to be 1080. It means that at some points when you stare at a wall or at a corner, it'll hit 1080p or 60 FPS on that device.
but it's not gonna stay on 1080p.
Yeah.
Basically, it's not gonna stay. It
I
basically.
don't
it's
know
a-
if you've ever tried streaming a game on something like PlayStation Now or whatever Xbox's equivalent service is, but a lot of times the game will like
Okay, there's too much feedback, Getler.
Oh, okay. You added me?
Oh yeah, no, yeah, because you joined in the thing.
Okay. All right. Hold on.
All
But
right.
yeah, as I was saying, I don't know if you've ever tried PlayStation Now or whatever Xbox's equivalent streaming service is, but basically, I don't know if you've had that. If your connection screws up, sometimes you'll have like bit rate issues with the game itself. Like it'll like get all blurry and shit, or glitch out and stuff, and get artifacts. That's basically the kind of streaming issues you get whenever it says up to 1080p resolution. You won't get that 1080p all the time or that 60 FPS. And if your internet's not stable, you're going to have a really bad time.
Yeah, of course, you're definitely gonna have a really bad time with it. That's why it's like it's not even worth it, because they say it works, but it's like it doesn't even stay 1080p all the time. And not only that, but it's not gonna even work half the time. At
I
least
think
it's
it
at
has
least
a lot
it's
to do
free
with your
though.
connection.
One thing I'll say is at least it's free though. That's one good thing I'll say about it.
Yeah, but it's got ads.
What's this about?
And it only allows 1 hour gaming session.
What's the topic about, Trident?
Oh my god! We've been talking about it for the last. It's basically AI game shit.
Yeah, basically, what was it?
It's Steam exposed the gaming industry's secret plan to like use AI to take over everything. Watching an Alex video. All right, can I continue the video?
Yeah.
Gotta love it. What's the next tier? Oh, look at that. We've got a half price holiday tier coming up. The $4.99 a month with no ads when it's actually $9.99 a month on the regular price. They decided to cut you a break for 50% off for the holidays. So nice of you guys in video. Way to go. You get 4,000 games to access. You can install to play games, which is a new feature. Really, we haven't had that before already. 6-hour gaming sessions as well. That's incredibly important, by the way. The game session time is also very important too. And you also get up to 1440p and 60 FPS. Then you've got the ultimate tier for $10 a month, when normally it is actually $19.99. Also with no ads, apparently. 4,000 games. Install your games as well. 8-hour gaming sessions, up to 4K and up to 240 FPS.
Oh, fuck off that. No one gives a
It got
shit.
stuck in the branch that it was growing on, and then it also
Now, I know what you're thinking, Alex, that's just a service. Why would that even impact me whatsoever? Why would I care about that at all? And they even said they're going to be giving you the times in those tiers. The difference, though, is that in those tiers, you only have a limit of 100 hours per month, which they don't tell you in that specific tier. So even if you pay for the actual $10 tier or $20 and you get either 8-hour or 4.
So you're telling me if you pay for the tiers, you're still unlimited and can't play the you can't play
You're
the
still
game?
limited, yeah.
What's the point of paying then?
That's just part of the scam.
4-hour gaming sessions. If you
You're basically paying for shit that the free people get.
Yeah, exactly. The only difference is where the play sessions are longer, but you still end up at a maximum of 100 hours a month.
Yep.
Cross that 100-hour threshold per month, prices, in fact, skyrocket exponentially. Somebody on Reddit find out exactly what you might, in fact, be paying. According to Apple Royals on Reddit, GeForce Now will universally limit playtime to 100 hours per month starting January 1st. Here's how much cloud gaming will cost you from now on. And this chart is actually fantastic because a couple of things I want to point out on this directly. When you look at the chart, you can see that after 3 hours of playtime per day, you are already at the 100-hour mark, basically at the 99.99 mark for that actual month. The thing is, though, once you cross that threshold, prices, in fact, almost double. If you look at the total cost per month on the performance and the ultimate tiers, you can see that once you cross the 4-hour mark per day, the price goes from $9.99 to $15.97 per month. On the ultimate tier, you went from $19.99 to $31.97 per month. After you increase your playtime every single hour, the price exponentially increases as well. In fact, after 1 year of playtime crossing the 3-hour per day mark, you have spent $191 that year on the performance tier and $383 per year on the actual ultimate tier. After 5 years of the service, you are getting close to, in fact, $958 on the performance tier and $1,918.20 on the ultimate tier. NVIDIA is moving everyone into this direction. In fact, they're not the only one. There are specific reasons as to why. You see, when you buy a GPU, even if it is $2,000, that is a product that is only purchased one time, and that revenue is only gained one time after that product has been purchased, after logistics, after packaging, after marketing, after getting on stage, after buying Jensen's leather jackets. All of those things come into play for the price and cost of that product and how much revenue NVIDIA is making on its own return. The thing is, though, what NVIDIA is trying to do is, in fact, not sell you GPUs. No, they want to rent you your own personal computer back to you by using their own AI data centers. Yeah, I'm not kidding. The thing is, though, NVIDIA is not the only one to do this. Even though Xbox has gone around and lost the console war, what you're seeing right now is a direct pivot into what Xbox has been looking to do, create Windows as an actual gaming platform. And the two things they specifically did were basically add...
How's Windows going to be a gaming platform? How's it going to even be a good... Isn't Windows there just for you to launch the computer? Windows...
No, Windows is basically running all these games. Microsoft Windows, pretty much. Newer games will run off of Linux too a lot of times, though. Like the big AAA games, they tend to run off of Microsoft Windows almost exclusively.
In fact, I'm streaming off of Windows actually.
Yep.
Cloud gaming to every single Game Pass tier, and then on top of that, they raise the price of Game Pass as well. In fact, you can clearly see from Xbox on their own that Xbox Cloud Gaming with Game Pass went up 45% and is now available in 30 countries. As an actual consumer perspective, who can't afford a lot of actual gaming consoles or systems, either because of just importing and other things as well due to actual prices increasing over time, well, you can clearly see your other access points and ways of companies trying to get more money out of you. The difference, though, is it's not about reaching new customers and accessing them directly because they can't afford to go ahead and buy a console. What they're doing right now is removing the actual physical hardware from you as a customer and consumer, giving that hardware to AI data center companies, and then leaving the only thing left to you is to have cloud gaming services.
That's the thing. You cannot give these people your data. You just cannot give these people your AI data. I'm sorry, you just cannot. It's fucking stupid and dumb to give these people your fucking data.
Can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, it has to refer to this. So, this was my thoughts. And, like you're seeing right now, Alex breaking it down. Mostly, and this is my true belief, is that they're just going to continue.
There's a lot of wind coming from your feedback.
I'm sorry about it. Yes, I had to walk home. I told you I'd join as soon as I started walking home.
Might as well just say your thoughts in the YouTube chat, and then I read it, and then once you get home, then you come on.
Okay, that's fair.
Because I'll read your chats. The only thing I'm saying is because we can't really hear you, and I want to make sure you're heard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not even anything against you. It's just the when we can't really hear you, it'd be better off if you just go in the YouTube chat.
Meanwhile, I can hear Triton's bro in the background.
Also, Al, your device is not connected. I don't think your mic is connected.
You know, use that knob in the viewers. We're in the game conscious.
All right, let's continue.
Is at all.
Why is every time I pause, Alex just looks like he's just busting? Like, wow.
And then to make matters even worse, what will happen as well is that they'll begin to introduce dynamic pricing. And we showed the actual usage of dynamic pricing in this video just a few moments ago, where NVIDIA decided to say, hey, we want to have a little bit of a sale for our actual online service, even though we're going to be restricting the amount of hours we can actually apply. Oh, hey, for the holiday, here's half off. after the actual holiday and the new year begins, we're going to increase the price by 25%. Got a new game coming out, dynamic pricing. We're going to go ahead and increase the price for that month as well. Every single time you're going to be seeing those specific things happen, and that dynamic pricing rear its ugly head to then nickel and dime you in every possible sense and literally just go through and ring you for as much money as it possibly can without breaking you, pushing you closer to the breaking point, but not actually making you cross the line. So you'll gladly still give them the money. You'll kind of feel somewhat burned, but you won't feel all the way.
What's up, Weisler? Welcome to the Christmas special with everybody. Hopefully you're doing well. And if you don't know the topic, we're basically covering AI taking over the world and you know, the gaming company's secret plan and all that. We're covering a Oh It's Alex video, basically covering all that.
The cabal now runs gaming.
Scammed, and that's where the real scam comes in, and that's where things get real nasty and dirty in the gaming industry. You see, because even though Nvidia has the lion's share of the PC gaming market, a couple of things are in fact happening. They're focusing more on AI specifically. In fact, here is what's happening with Nvidia right now and their current models of GPUs. As reported by Puberty on Twitter, saying this: Nvidia is rumored to cut production of gaming GPUs by 30 to 40% in 2025 due to rising memory prices and supply shortage. And the thing is, I've talked about this before, and I called out exactly what was going to be happening with the actual cutting of production of GPUs for gaming in the first place, and what tiers that NVIDIA is going to be targeting. And it turns out that
if you're a gun owner searching for the perfect gift for yourself or a loved one this holiday, then you're going to want to get this right here.
Okay, no one
This is the
cares.
Laser
Look,
Strike-
I'm not even a gun
I might have
owner.
been right all along. Because according to videocards.com, the RTX 5060 Ti 16GB could face a production pause as GDDR7 supply tightens. Oh, would you look at that? Would you look at that? The GPU that basically everybody would prefer to buy because it has 16 gigs of VRAM on the card and performs infinitely better than the actual 5060, which only has 8 gigabytes of VRAM. The 16 gig version, that's the one that's going to be held on pause as production tightens for memory. Even
Yeah, because they're not actually trying to sell good shit. They're just trying to make the quickest buck. How do you not know that? Also, oh my god, why is every time I pause you look like that? Oh man, Alex.
Dude, wait. So basically, we're just going into a throwaway freaking consumer market, aren't we? We're just
That's
gonna
what it
go and
seems
have.
like, yeah.
What the fuck, bro?
They're
Oh, yeah,
creating an artificial scarcity of GPU units. When you find out why in a second, later on in the video, you're gonna be pissed.
Dude, so wait, so the okay. So RTX, if I remember correctly, is one of the best friggin' GPUs, right?
Yeah, this is a newer model, by the way, the 5060 Ti 16 gigabyte.
Okay, there's RTX, right? There's RTX, and then we have NVIDIA, and then there's one more, and there's another. GPU.
NVIDIA is RTX. It's just a type of
NVIDIA is
card.
RTX. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So they're basically the same company.
Yeah. So
basically.
there's two major graphics card manufacturers. Well, three if you count Intel, but Intel's kind of a small fry in that industry. There's AMD, Nvidia, and of course, as I said, Intel. Yeah, RTX is the branding.
Okay, because I've had RTX and I've had NVIDIA.
Yeah, they're the same thing. It's just a brand of the graphics card.
Okay.
Basically, it's just a brand of the graphics card.
Back in the late 90s and stuff, it was the big graphics card boom. Everybody was releasing all kinds of graphics cards for like, I don't know if you've probably seen this looking through the PC Gaming Wiki pages I got you, talking about DG Voodoo and Voodoo hardware and 3DFX Glide. That was a form of graphics card that AMD eventually bought out, and 3DFX no longer exists because they pretty much just died after the 90s. That
okay.
Along with their rendering, though, OpenGL is sort of like 3DFX in regards to how it looks.
though Nvidia is the one going around and causing that production tightening in the first place. Their incessant use of trying to push forward on AI on every conceivable level is exactly what's causing these memory shortages, going around and pushing their products onto every single company and large language models going through and deciding what's going to happen in the actual gaming space, which means that once GPUs become more scarce with the actual memory shortages, which causes an actual feedback loop.
Yeah, to answer
going around and saying,
hold on. To answer Neva Jim's question, basically this has nothing to do with access to your graphics card. Basically, they're making graphics cards more expensive by making RAM scarcer, and because they want to provide all this data from their RAM chips for the AI data centers, because it makes them more money in the end. And it's creating a scarcity in graphics cards. So you're going to see less and less of them being made, and you're going to have to fork over an arm and a leg to actually buy one for your PC if you want to upgrade.
And welcome, Owl, to the Christmas special. Thanks for jumping in. Looks like you got a working microphone. That is really, really based. Also, Alex looks weird again.
Although my microphone is like pretty much broken because it constantly like connects and disconnects, so I'm gonna have to like wait until Christmas to get a new one.
Are you sure it's your microphone and not like your USB drive?
No, it's the microphone itself, not like
okay, so it's got to shorten the wire probably then, or something.
It's like shorting itself out.
John Piskin says
it's like shorting itself out within.
Nothing can stop you from using your existing graphic cards, even if they kill the support for it. There's open source software as well. That's a fair point.
Hey, well, even these GPUs are going to be costing more money because they're harder to find because all the AI companies are gobbling them up. And since AI companies are gobbling them up and they're paying more money for all those GPUs and even for that VRAM itself, it's going to cost more money for the actual customer consumer in the first place, leaving you with nowhere else to go. But the only way to play video games would be to sign up for the actual fucking service. Welcome to cloud gaming, everybody. The scam that every single gaming company is now trying to place onto you because you weren't giving them enough money in the first place. And you know what? They're not the only one, because when you see who's actually buying the GPUs, you're going to get even angrier. That's because Mark Zuckerberg looks to double Meta's GPU stock to 1.3 million GPUs for AI training. Zuckerberg announces the effort as Elon Musk is upgrading his Colossus supercomputer and Sam Altman partners to dump $500 billion into Project Stargate. When people are talking about competition in the gaming space now, we're not talking about Xbox versus PlayStation. We're not talking about my Nintendo Switch versus everybody else. We're not talking about AMD versus Nvidia. We're talking about major conglomerate corporations versus you, the actual consumer. They are literally...
Yep, it's the actual consumer versus the greedy corporations. And I keep saying that. When I cover Nintendo, I've been saying that. And that's the thing. Some people said, no, Triton, you are wrong. It's not the corporations after us. In fact, the corporations love us. No, they do not. Corporations don't care about us. They just care about our money. That's literally it. They care about our money. They don't care about us as the consumers.
Trying to privatize actual personal computing. And we're not talking about just the hobbyist builders. We're talking about every single way that you access video games and play them in the gaming space right now. And in the future, it's going to completely evaporate and disappear because these companies will be more than happy to buy up every single GPU, leave you with nothing, make you subscribe to their online cloud streaming service, use those AI data centers that they bought and paid for, which you have to subscribe to now, to go ahead and feed you the actual game over the internet as a cloud streaming platform that you signed up for, that you pay for now on a monthly recurring revenue stream to play the video game, which they can dynamically control the price of whenever a new game comes out. Has it clicked yet? And it turns out that all these companies doing this are also putting people like Valve and you in a precarious situation. Because according to Insider Gaming, Valve is quietly ending production of the most affordable Steam Deck. That's right.
Why are they ending production on the most affordable Steam Deck? Oh,
On the
wait,
most affordable model, because graphics cards are getting expensive to support, and they don't have and RAM too. So yeah.
I would play GTA. That's what I would play.
So they had to cut something.
They have to cut something. Not only that, but I bet you the non-affordable things, the expensive things, were not getting enough sales, so they had to basically.
That too probably might have something to do with it.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Once something that's like overpriced is not getting enough sales, because
What's funny is what's funny is I looked at the Steam Deck website. There were 3 tiers, right? There was the most affordable model.
According to John, he said it's the screen.
Ah, yeah, LCD screen.
Right. Apparently, it's getting too expensive for Valve to make the LCD model of this Steam Deck, and they've completely stopped production. If you have an LCD model, you literally have an actual piece of history in the gaming space. And I think this is where exactly the Steam Machine is going to fit into this slot. Do I think it's going to be the price of the LCD model? Absolutely not. What I think is going to happen, though, is when we're talking about actual power of computing, Steam seems to be the one odd man out. They are a private company. They're the only ones possibly standing in the way in front of companies like Nvidia, AMD, OpenAI, Facebook, Grok, everything else standing in the way of trying to stop you from owning actual computer games and owning video games in general, while we see even other companies like PlayStation and Xbox move towards more cloud gaming services and subscriptions. And even then, after all of that, companies like Nintendo are not even safe either, because according to WCCF Tech, a report showing that Nintendo now has to spend 41% more on the 12 gigabyte RAM chips that it uses to make Nintendo Switch 2 consoles.
Let's be real. Nintendo deserves to spend that extra 41% because they already make things overpriced. They have the money.
Too.
I mean, Nintendo rips off the consumer, so they have the money.
That's true.
Nintendo can afford it. They rip off the consumers already, so it's their turn to get ripped off, to be honest.
Guess who makes the actual board for the Nintendo Switch 2 consoles?
Is it Nvidia?
So now even corporations,
not Nvidia,
are safe. Successful corporations that make the most revenue and money on the face of the earth in the video game marketplace. No one is going to be safe from this. And again, like I said before, the Steam Machine, the Steam Frame, and Valve themselves may be the one last hope we have in the video game space to actually have a piece of ownership directly for video games and even personal computing hardware themselves.
Like, the only reason Valve is able to make money is because like it's a private company that actually has like a client where like you can buy and sell video games
and skins and stuff. And what's funny is they're for the consumer, unlike some other companies like Epic Games. They care more about the developers than the consumer experience, which they're like, oh, developers don't make enough money on Steam. That's why we're charging
also
less for
coupled with the fact that like
what the hell is that?
What the hell? Owl? Uh-oh, device not connected. Did they get him?
No, he's having mic issues. He'll probably...
Man, you in the bit, boomer. I'm kidding. I'm just being a jackass. Anyways, let's get back to this. They killed Owl, ladies and gentlemen. The AI bots got him. They took him for hostage.
That 16 gigs of VRAM is not inside the Steam Machine itself. It's stuck with 8. And even
dude, I'm about to hammer this mic down and just break it with like what's that again? Metal pliers.
Are gonna be like Boogie 2988. Remember when Boogie 2988? Because we covered this on the show Sunday. He fucking had a sledgehammer and just.
It wasn't a sledgehammer. It was a fucking axe.
He had an axe and he destroyed the fucking arcade. Well, I thought Keemstar said it was a sledgehammer. Maybe Keem was being stupid.
Yeah, probably. I wouldn't put it past him.
Actual Valve engineers say that this.
I mean, to be fair, when
Yeah,
we're
they're
not
talking about the Steam Deck uses AMD. That explains a lot. That
Yeah,
explains
really-
why they're less affected by it in that regard.
Steam machine is better than 70% of the hardware on the Steam market survey. So you can clearly see what Valve is looking to do. They're looking to make sure that their entire user base doesn't simply move to a cloud-based solution. Valve is not doing this out of wanting to provide you a cool little device. No. Valve is doing this because they see the writing on the wall. They need to provide you, the consumer and customer, a way to access your Steam library and to play your games on any specific device, regardless of how they actually do it. They need a way to provide you with actual personal computing power in your hands locally to give you access to your library as well. And they also want to make sure that you have access to go ahead and buy more games on their storefront and keep that company rolling in the dough. This isn't Valve trying to be nice. This is Valve going around and doing this out of actual preservation. And honestly, it seems like this may be the right call moving forward. We may be seeing a time where we're going to be regressing back in technology and power being owned as an actual customer and consumer.
We're not regressing back. They're trying to make technology more modernized and more like unnecessary than anything else. Because right now it's like technically, well, I was about to say you can live without technology now, but we live in a world where you can't really live without technology anymore. It's so hard to live in this world without a cell phone, without a computer, because everything's so digital now. You know
And
what I
guess what country controls all of that? China.
mean? China, yep.
Country
And
we're
that's
about to
another
go to
thing.
war.
Dang,
with.
I feel like Woods like talking about like the silicon and China controlling silicon. Like I feel like Woods from like Black Ops 2 talking about like how China like controls the silicon like supply of the entire world.
Also,
The
we
numbers,
got
what do they
a
mean,
guest.
Mason?
Also, we got a guest confirmed for part 2 of the Christmas special. Gabriel
Chuddy?
knows him really well. No, Chuddy's probably gonna come on part 1, but Adonis is gonna come for part 2 at midnight.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, is right. All right, let's continue. But he won't be here to midnight, so don't worry. There's no retardation until then.
Oh, good.
And this is where things are going to get really sticky.
Because I invited him now, but he said he was outside, but he can come on later on.
We
You're
are
going
going
to
get.
see the most high-end next-generation games be only able to be played via cloud services because the actual GPUs are not available for customers and consumers, and only to those massive AI data centers as well. Are you going to be seeing
Why are customers?
Oh, Dan
and-
wants on.
All right, I'll let him on. But why are customers and consumers trusting this bullshit when it's not even giving you the actual data for it?
You're about to get hacked online.
Like these consumers are just gonna have their data stolen. Like they don't know where their data is going. And I've always disagreed.
Meanwhile, Triton's broke casually in the background saying, "You're about to get hacked online."
All right, Dan, I sent you the link. You just have to come in, unless it's full. Is it full? Hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dan, can you come on? Because I sent you the link already.
Oh, he's already in here. I think because he's on the. He needs to be dragged in.
Well, it's probably because it's full. Oh, you know what? I'm kicking Getler off. You're not even you. Get out of here. All right, you can come back, Jim, whenever you're home. But I'm gonna have to remove you. Bye, bye, Jimmy.
I mean, if I need to, I can just jump
welcome to the
right.
Christmas special.
Merry Christmas, motherfuckers. What's going on?
Hi, Dan.
Nothing much. Recovering AI taking over the world, basically.
It's basically the AI bubble.
Yeah,
It's fucking annoying. It's AI bubble.
Like
annoying.
remember when like the internet bubble like bursted and like companies instantly lost billions of dollars?
The .com bubble, yes. We
Yes.
talked about that a little bit ago, actually.
Yeah,
I pray to God that will happen again, except AI.
I hope that it happens too. I'm tired of this AI bullshit. I was hoping it would happen with
Dude,
sooner, but it
I
hasn't
want to
happened.
buy a server computer and not like risk like spending like $300 more on the piece of RAM kit.
It's annoying having to spend.
Yeah, there's a lot of speculative bubbles. There's the retro gaming speculative bubble. There's the Pokemon card speculative bubble. There's the AI speculative bubble. We got a lot of bubbles that need to pop.
Yeah, let's fucking pop them all. All right, play the video.
Pop 'em like
Let's
this.
see.
Exclusive games on cloud services simply because locally owned hardware is not powerful enough to play those games natively on that actual device. And the only way to do so is to sign up for that cloud service. This could spiral the video game industry into something that no one was actually expecting. We've
Oh,
seen
yeah,
so
it's
many
gonna-
people talk
it's
about
going to
actual
fucking
ownership in
destroy
games.
it.
Well, that ownership is evaporating in front of everyone. And instead of people just going around and seeing what's actually happening, they're too busy console worrying about how many PS5 sales were done in November. And if you think I'm being hyperbolic about the entire thing, I want you to look at this.
That's another thing too. While people are too busy console warring about stupid shit like, oh, how many sales the PS5 got and all that.
PS5 got more than Xbox. Okay, and it won't fucking matter.
It won't matter because AI is going to take over everything anyway. So
yeah, Last
that
of Us
argument's-
Part 3 is not going to be fucking created by people who actually put time and effort into the product for the... It's going to be fucking AI. If there is a Last of Us Part 3, no matter
At
how
least we
fucking
can,
bad
at least
it
we
is,
can call them clankers.
no matter how bad it is, no matter how bad the story you think it is, it was handcrafted, detail oriented. With this AI bubble that we're blowing up, The Last of Us Part 3 is not going to be handcrafted by artists who played the first game when it released in 2013 and worked on the sequel later. We're not going to have that. We're going to have AI. You're not going to have people working on the fucking games like Matthew Trevelyan's or whatever the fuck he was, the visual graphic designer for the vehicles in Last of Us Part 2 and Part 1. You're not going to have people like that because it's going to be fucking AI.
Mhm. And not only that, but like I said, AI can easily be manipulated, and someone can just go and tell the AI, "Oh yeah, fuck over the game, fuck over the game."
You're totally fucking wrong. You're totally wrong, Trident.
How's that? How am I wrong, bitch?
I'm not.
Dude, I
I'm
have
gonna
seen
tell you how
people
you're wrong
manipulated
because-
ChatGPT just to make a line of code that can basically hack websites.
So you're saying AI?
You're
can
saying
hold on,
ruin
wait,
this
wait,
game.
Let me finish.
You
You're
didn't let
saying
me
AI
finish.
cannot
I'll
manipulate.
interject it. I'll interject it. I didn't get to finish my response to you, and you called me a bitch. I wasn't being rude to you. I was just saying that's
I know,
completely
I'm sorry,
fucking wrong. It's wrong because it's not going to ruin the game because you can't just tell it to ruin a game and it's going to ruin it. That's just fucking preposterous. No, that's not how this works. The way it's going to ruin the game is not by you telling it to, it's by people who don't know how to input prompts properly. Also, you can insert every fucking correct prompt, no matter what. Have it down to the perfect fucking detail for the prompt. It will still find a way to fuck up what you want it to produce. No, you can't.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a little bit more nuanced than just tell it to fuck up the game.
Oh no, I was talking
Game
about
developers
Tom
Game developers don't want to ruin the games, okay? It's the executives who are doing it for DEI and saving money. The people who are working on the games, like the computer and the art, they don't want to do this shit, but they're forced to. That's the issue here.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me I'm wrong.
But AI could still easily be manipulated though, and I'm not wrong about that. You say I'm
You're
wrong
right about that, but you're absolutely right. I mean, Owl just gave a good example of how it can be manipulated. But you were just that was just such a generalized, broad statement that I don't even know where the hell to go with that.
Jake, Carlton already had it going. I'm at the
Specifically because here's one article that really shocked me to the core when I saw what happened. And when you see this too, things are going to get really weird in the next couple of years.
Right now,
Oh,
Jim, there's
fuck.
way too many people on the panel right now. You're gonna have to wait till probably someone decides to leave.
Last question of this interview, Mr. Desos. Do you fully understand the
OpenAI's Stargate project is set to
trailer was
consume
totally
up to
done with AI.
40% of global DRAM output. It inks deal with Samsung and SK Hynix to the tune of up to
This part I was talking
900,000 wafers per month. I want you to think about the words
Oh.
that I just
Oh,
said,
wait, do let
especially
me add
those
here.
last
Okay,
three
cool.
words. Wafers per month. We're not talking about
Shush.
Also, now can I say what I was trying to say?
Go right ahead. Go.
Okay. So basically, my knowledge up to this point with all this stuff that's been going on with AI this, AI that, like I had said prior, and Alex has touched on quite a bit of it, but the real problem is that Trump, and this also regards the same issue, Trump is the one that allowed this, like the box, to basically explode open.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for him okaying these companies to start doing this shit and work with it, we would not have this issue. It would still be like pictures and videos and media type thing.
Yeah, he's a fucking idiot. He did it for profit.
Given a normal person
He did,
AI,
he did it to please technocrats. Technocrats are dumb motherfuckers anyway. Oh,
They
they're
really
dumb. They
are.
use
And
technology
you're
to
all right
advance the
about that.
people.
Trump did do it to please the technocrats. For 100%.
And also, there are going to be people who are going to come into this chat and be like, you're calling technocrats dumb? How can they be technocrats if they're dumb?
Have you
Ask
guys
the- ask
watched
the
the
fucking-
Terminator?
Yeah, that's how they can be dumb. Also, boomers have strategically made it our society more technologically reliant on technology that they can't even fucking use. But I digress.
Yeah.
This is really fucking stupid on Trump's part because
It is.
there needs to be regulations. Because if AI gets out of control, there's no way to fucking stop it. Another thing to mention: these AI data centers are getting multi-million, possibly hundreds of millions of dollars worth of fucking grants to place themselves down. And they're getting tax exemptions. They're going to be exempt from having to pay utilities and all that shit. You know who's going to have to forward the fucking bill? The people who are living next to the data centers.
oh yeah, this part right here in Alex's video that he gets to, it'll piss you off so badly.
I'm already pissed looking at this shit. 40% of global DRAM output? What the fuck are we doing? 40% for more? Why do we have these monopolies?
Watch what they're doing with these wafers, though. That's the scare. That's the insane.
What are they
part.
doing with the wafers? Play the video, Triton. Let's see this shit.
Wait, hold on. I haven't even finished. I was just letting you have the floor because you wanted to say something, Dan.
Fuck, all right,
But
go ahead.
basically what's going to happen, right, is that the AI companies are basically giving each other like patsies on the back type shit, and they're writing IOUs to each other, right? And it's all because if you do this for me, I'll do this for you, right? And the money just keeps changing hands. But the thing is that money isn't forever, and they know that. So let's see how many people we can get under our thumbs by buying all the RAM and all the stuff. So then that way, right, we get people subservient to us. So we'll have an influx and a steady stream to go and build more AI, big computers, and totally everything.
Yeah, this is a monopoly. This needs to be torn the fuck down.
It is a monopoly, and they're doing it through multiple. Like, what's the new one? The new
Shell companies.
Well, no, the new AI, isn't it? Like, I know World Order uses it. It starts with an S, right?
Sora 2?
Sora 2, yes. Okay, so Sora 2, that's the new one on the block, right? And honestly, if I looked at other, the shit that other, things put out there, this one isn't that big of a deal in my opinion because it all looks the same. It all looks like plastic, like the pictures, the videos. It all looks like
the videos look really grainy too.
Yes. And
Yeah,
they also,
we've already explained why that is. The AI is learning from itself, and it can't improve upon something it already knows.
Yeah,
AI
and-
can't create new things. It has to use existing information to create.
Yeah, there used to be a period where it used to be very fucking realistic. That was a small time. Anybody remember that? All that AI shit used to look very fucking realistic, just be very fucking accurate. But now it's like going back down. It's degrading because there's more actual AI stuff that it's learning from than human stuff.
Yeah.
On the internet. Yeah.
It's basically like if you took your clones and cloned its clones repeatedly.
Or it's like if you had sex with your clone or something. What the fuck?
Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah, you're not making anything new from that. You're just duplicating shit that already exists.
And each time it's going to be a little bit worse.
Yeah.
That's why the genetic like so if you have sex with your sister, right, and that makes offspring, right, for hypothetical theory, right, if you do that, it will have birth defect, it will have maybe Downs, but the generation after that, let's say that child has sex with somebody
Essentially genetic degradation.
That's literally what it is. Yeah, you're making too much. You're using too much of yourself to create something new. You have to create something new with something here and something different, right? You can't. It's basically
Who's
just how it
aggressively
is.
typing?
Fucking Wilster. But anyway, are you aggressively typing? Your audio sounds like the keyboard, but nah, we're good. But no, it's literal. It's genetic degradation. That's exactly what it is. But this is what's happening in the AI, right? Because
it's like artificially degrading itself.
Yeah, that's exactly what's going on, right?
And so
the bubble, I believe the AI bubble is going to burst very fucking quickly. It's going to happen very soon. And the fallout for it is going to be fucking catastrophic. Trump was, yeah, I see Wilster. Anyway, the consequences for this are going to be fucking catastrophic because we have invested so much fucking money into these AI shit. Even the government's investing into it, right? It's going to be like a 2008 financial collapse all over again. Except way worse. Because the government already got rid of its goodwill by bailing out the companies too big to fail during the 2008 to 2012 financial collapse, right? They try it this time so fucking soon, there will not be anyone to fucking bail them out because the government won't fucking exist. Point blank, period.
That's the thing. And they know that. And that's why they're trying to scoot the money around through dummy shell companies like Sora
Exactly.
and all the other.
But they're failing to understand this, right? US dollar is basically the global currency, basically. It has one of the most profitable it's one of the most profitable and monetarily incentivized currencies in the world, pretty much. You go to fucking Mexico, US dollar, pretty worth the fuck ton there, right? What they don't understand is that, sure, they can shift all the money around to shell companies, right? Now, this is going to go somewhere different. This is going to go somewhere different than what you're thinking, all right? Yes, the money's going to get more expensive. It's going to be worth way more, especially if the government doesn't even exist, the one that manufactured the currency. We have collectible ancient Roman coins for that reason. However, it will be so fucking easy to track who has fucked up the entire system based on who has the amount of fucking US dollars shuffling around in their fucking shell companies. It will lead us straight to them, the fucking idiots. They ruin this entire thing. All it takes is one guy smart enough to follow a fucking simple paper trail, find where money got shuffled from shell companies to find the son of a bitch who ruined everything for everybody. This will not be nice. The AI bubble is going to burst pretty fucking quickly because, to be honest, you heard how fucking mad gamers got, and people fucking play video games. A lot of people do now. They got really fucking mad, especially PC gamers, and they're fucking angry about the Micron basically not selling their crucial affordable RAM anymore.
By the way, I am hearing a bunch of feedback from you.
All right, I'll take care of it.
Thank you.
So the AI bubble is inevitably going to burst. It's going to be fucking awful. My hopes, I hope this happens, though there is, like always, there is a possibility it won't happen. When most people say doomsday is right around the fucking corner, they fail to mention that if an event leads up to doomsday, there's most likely going to happen, but there's a small chance that it won't happen. There's also a small chance that the end of the entire economic state of the U.S. won't happen, and the AI bubble will somehow magically fucking improve, or the government will put regulations on it so fucking heavy-handed that the economy basically fixes itself because the AI companies aren't shifting money like a fucking shifty sack of shit. Have to fucking remember that line I just fucking read out there. But yeah, no. This actually irks me. Looking at this screen, 40% of global DRAM output. They're dealing with Samsung and SK Hynix to the tune of up to 900,000 fucking wafers per month. Are you fucking kidding me? What do they need 900,000 wafers for?
Do you know what's the funny thing about it all?
Yeah, what's the funny thing?
Samsung tried to get RAM for their new Galaxy Ultra phones.
Yeah.
And because of this shortage, they cannot even get the RAM for their phones from their own company. It's actually that insane.
So yeah, the AI bubble is more than likely going to fucking pop. It's going to be very fucking disastrous. Torin, you want to give us a little preview of what we have to expect here? I know you've read this article, haven't you?
Lots of digital waste. Let's just say that.
Fuck me, we just love that, don't we?
Yeah.
Lord Triton, hit it.
All right, I'm hitting it now. Let's go.
Actual chiplets. We're talking about wafers, things that even the OpenAI team and the data centers cannot even use because those wafers have not been processed. OpenAI is not buying all this RAM to make ChatGPT better. OpenAI is buying all these wafers of RAM to go through and stop the competition from having access to it as well, literally starving everybody out. And then at the same time, once those wafers are used and then turned into chiplets, you can't even use it as an actual consumer because it's been processed far too much. So even then, it all becomes actual e-waste at the end of the day.
You gotta be
You have
fucking
massive
kidding me.
companies working against you in every.
Yes, they're just buying it to be petty. Nothing more, nothing less.
I'm gonna fucking
apparently, apparently, even PC gamers are fucking competition now to them.
We need fucking Johnny Silverhand to fucking show up in this dimension and start putting bombs in their fucking headquarters, man. Holy shit. Fucking pissing me off. What the fuck? Is this actually
Single
real? Hold on,
facet
let
of
me
the
check this shit out.
imagination you could possibly see in the gaming industry. You have AI companies literally buying up literal
No
wafers,
fucking way.
900,000 of them per month in order to go through and stifle actual competition, restrict product in the actual space, and then stop you as a customer and consumer from owning any personal computing power
It's
at all,
fucking
thereby
true. It's
forcing you
fucking
as a
true.
customer
I
and
looked it up.
consumer,
It's
where the
actually
only way you can
fucking
actually
true.
own
There's
your
no
entertainment
way.
or even have some sort of entertainment is to simply access by paying that cloud service into that
That's
AI data
bullshit.
center every single month through their own dynamic pricing, so you can go through and play a fucking video game in the first place. One of two things is going to happen. Either A, the AI bubble is going to completely explode and all these companies will come crawling back to customers and consumers, or B, it's going to get exponentially worse and people are not going to be looking to play newer video games at all. They're going to be looking towards retro and emulation and going back in time to play all the older games in their library. Even Steam said it themselves. Only 14% of players played new games. Everybody else was stuck playing the old stuff, but that doesn't help companies like Valve at all, especially if there's no computing power left for anyone to even buy a game to play.
Have you ever seen citrus caviar? These are finger
Oh,
limes,
yeah,
and they're just
sure.
one of the
Fucking
wild
perfect.
seasonal finds hitting Misfits Market.
Natively, locally on their hardware in the first place. And that is why I feel that right now, Valve is literally the only company standing in the way of you actually owning your video games, even though they are digital licenses. Even though I'm going to have somebody in the comment section go, oh, you don't actually own them. You own the license to them. Yeah, okay, we get it. You can tip your fedora all day long. But I'm not talking about ownership in terms of ownership and licensing. I'm talking about ownership in playing your video game locally on the hardware that you purchase that you have. Because soon you're not going to have any hardware whatsoever. It's just going to be an app on your TV with a Bluetooth controller that you connect to and a service that you pay monthly for as they time restrict you.
Oh yeah,
And if you
Netflix
go
has
over
already
that
done
time,
this, right?
we'll be more than happy to charge you more. Valve and Steam, in my opinion, are the last bastions of video games. And I really hope the Steam machine will be so successful, it'll be the one thing standing in the way of this insane industry. But you know what? I want to hear what you guys have to say about this in the comment section down below. Do you think Valve and Steam are going to be successful? Do you think the AI bubble is going to pop? Or do you think things could in fact possibly maybe even get better or maybe worse? I want to hear what you guys have to say. If you want to see more of this kind of content, though, more gaming news, more PC port reviews, Steam Deck videos, emulation content, fanboy videos, and hot takes of the gaming industry, subscribe to the channel. We're on our way to 100K. And I just want to say thank you guys so very much. And if you want Discord access or most during live streams,
sell this to AI data companies for $200 bucks, huh? Right? $200 bucks. Just fucking stick around, huh? Fuck are we doing? The fuck are we doing? The fuck are we doing?
I know, right? And yeah, that's it.
You will own fucking nothing and be happy. They literally want to push this so fucking hard. People don't ever. If people aren't happy with shit they already fucking own, what makes you think they're gonna own nothing and still be happy, you fucking retards?
They don't think like that. That's the thing. It's like if they're not
narcissists. Of course they don't think like that. Our world rulers are ruled by functioning psychopaths, sociopaths who flip at the turn on of a fucking camera, and malignant, stupid ass narcissists who were never beat upside the head with a fucking brick whenever they started.
They rule the world. They rule the world, but hate the population.
Yeah, we should just fucking get them out there and replace them with people who actually know how to fucking manage the fucking world properly and understand that
that's what
at the age of 60 years old, you're not doing shit for the people or even yourself.
I mean, Thomas Massey has a whole movement called End the Fed because the Fed doesn't give a fuck about us. In fact, the Fed's hurting us.
I want to end the Fed. I want it to be disbanded.
Disbanded and replaced by something that actually does the fucking job right. Because the Feds can't even... You know the Feds still haven't found the Brown University shooter but closed the case and blamed it on some Puerto Rican guy that did not do it?
Yeah, they did the same with Charlie Kirk.
Yes, they did. In fact, you know what's crazy?
And they only were able to close the case because nobody is questioning why the FBI did such a bad fucking job. Okay, first of all, I don't expect British people to know this. I don't expect Australians or people who've never picked up a fucking gun before to understand this. 30-06 would have destroyed Charlie Kirk's neck. Okay, it wouldn't fucking exist. You wouldn't see a geyser. Okay, you wouldn't see a small geyser. What you would see, fucking flesh everywhere, chunks. Oh, that's what they say with 5.56. Yeah, that could be possible too, but you know what? Even that would probably be a little bit more than the geyser. Okay. But anyway, let's say we did, let's say it was 30-06 and Charlie Kirk's neck is blessed by fucking our great white creator Yakub and his ultimate deity, our Lord and Savior God, and whatever the fuck. Okay, let's say that. Still, one discrepancy. The security camera footage overlooking the ledge, supposedly after the shot was fired, dude, everybody literally does not understand this. Gunshots are fucking loud. When I lived in the hood, I heard Glocks being fired from like half, it sounded like it was halfway across the fucking town, but I know it wasn't. It was probably realistically 6 to 7 blocks away. Still, you could hear that shit. You could probably hear it up to 10 blocks away, probably further. Because guns are fucking loud. There's a lot of momentum and force going into that small little caliber that is being ignited and shot out of the fucking gun. Okay, with the pull of the trigger, you got a lot of force behind that. Of course, you're gonna make a loud noise. Lots of force makes lots of noise, right? Car crashes are loud. Anyway, the security footage is very curious to me because 30-06, as powerful as around as it is, it should be fucking loud, right? There's people supposedly walking right next to the fucking building in the security footage after whatever his fucking name was who shot Charlie Kirk. He was supposedly going away from the scene. They were just walking past, looking at each other and just walking. Personally, I don't know about you, but given how loud gunshots are,
I know they added switch to GTA.
at least one of them will be running and the other one will be cowering in fear, or both of them will be fucking running, and there will be more people running because it was supposedly a crowded event with thousands of people. Fuck. What are we doing? This doesn't make sense. And when I try to explain that to people, people were like, "Oh, FBI totally botched the investigation. You're a conspiracy theorist." Okay, sure. Even if I'm a conspiracy theorist, the Fed shouldn't have closed the case that quickly. They should. You're not exploring every avenue if you're closing a case open and shut. You still. Any realistic investigator would investigate a little bit fucking more because there's always nuances. The devil is in the details. You want to get everything possible found so you can convict a person who has killed an influential speaker. Also, everybody needs to understand, why the fuck did the federal government step in? This was a state case. Charlie Kirk was not a politician. He was popular, yes, but he was not a politician. He was not a federal official. Why did the FBI step in?
It's because the only reason they didn't even step in is because right before Charlie Kirk got assassinated, he was questioning Israel. He was questioning the Fed.
Yeah, but I mean that doesn't explain why they fucking why the states said they were going to investigate, but then the feds came in, picked up the whole fucking thing, and fucking ran with some dumbass narrative.
Yeah, that's another thing too. It's like, why you're all right about that?
Even if the feds are correct, you should always question your fucking government. You should always do it, because if you question somebody and they're right, their story stays straight because they are telling the truth. If you question somebody and they're wrong, but they say this is what's happened, and they mess up the details, then you know you're dealing with a fucking liar. You should always question your government. You should always do it. And you shouldn't make fun of people who have conspiracy theories about stuff that happened.
In fact, another thing too, which I disagree with Candace on other things, but
yeah.
Candace Owens asked where the footage of Tyler Robinson's father turning him in is at, and the FBI said they don't have it.
Well, wait, hold on. Didn't Tyler Robinson's dad say he had evidence?
Yeah, he said he had evidence, and Candace Owens went on her stream. It's like, okay, where's the evidence? And the Fed's just like, oh, we just investigated it. We found it. They didn't give any evidence. And when Candace Owens asked those questions, everyone was like, oh, you're a conspiracy theorist. You were a lying bitch. It's like, she was actually asking those right questions. Those were legitimate questions.
Yeah.
The only thing
but no, you should always criticize your fucking government. And people making fun of people who are conspiracy theorists, shame on you. Fucking shame on you.
I get made fun
of. Hold on, Trent. Let me explain this. Let me explain this. This is very fucking serious. This is very fucking serious.
You're all right. It is serious. Go ahead, man.
Conspiracy theorists were right about MKUltra. They were right about something happening at Roswell. They were right about Pizzagate. They were right about a lot of shit. We don't know if they were right about 9/11, but all this, in my opinion, the evidence is very clearly leaning towards what the conspiracy theorists say, because Saudi-backed terror group flies the plane into the tower. We respond by going into fucking Afghanistan or Iraq. That's fucking retarded. Awful. Anyway, but no, let me get back to this. You can criticize the conspiracy theorists' conspiracy theories, but you have to at least respect the fact that the conspiracy theorist is coming out in the open saying ridiculous shit, because no matter how fucking ridiculous the fucking conspiracy theory is, people are going to listen to it, whether it be the government or people who don't like it or people who believe it. The best way to keep the government on its toes is to keep on accusing it of doing stuff that it either probably has done or it hasn't, so they can maintain some level of transparency, right? You don't shout at conspiracy theorists because they're perpetuating a harmful conspiracy theory. Government does more harmful things every fucking day than perpetuating conspiracy theory. They're involved in conspiracies and cover-ups and assassinations and economic fucking shit. It's worse than what these conspiracy theorists say. Nazi conspiracy theorists versus U.S. federal government. The guy saying white replacement theory, well, he may be racist, but the government don't give a fuck about race. They just want fucking power, and they will kill anybody, regardless of it, for it. I think that's worse. So quit being angry at conspiracy theorists. Let them speak on their theories. But if it doesn't add up, you ask them a question, see how it correlates. If they get mad, they're retarded. If they are like, I guess that doesn't line up, but it's just something I believe, because the government definitely would do something like this. Because guess what? The government would do something like that. So if that's their defense, you should at least respect them for being honest about it. And you should always question your fucking government. This is the main point. That case was open and shut so fucking fast, I couldn't even open up to page 2 on a fucking textbook. That's how fast it was. Wow.
Also, if you look at it, like if you don't question your government and what they do, then
you end up with Nazi Germany.
No.
And guess what? Guess what? The U.S. is currently trying to be right now.
Well, you end up like Britain now, if you
With
don't
all
question.
the wars. But that's the thing. The reason why Dan's saying that, because look what we're at right now. The only thing we're missing is a Holocaust, but we're basically starting wars with every person.
No, Jim. The reason why I bring up the Weimar and Nazi Germany. Do you want to know why I brought it up?
Yeah.
Our situation in the Western world is very fucking similar, not just on one country scale, but on a massive scale. Multiple Western nations are experiencing Weimar-like conditions, which gave rise to actual Nazism and fascism that the left so desperately tries to claim are so fucking bad. They're terrible, especially with the genocide part. National Socialism, I don't know if that's bad. We've been told it was bad by people who sold us out to Israel. The genocide thing, 100% bad. I do not like killing people who don't deserve it. Jews, disabled, whatever. I want them to stay in their fucking lane. The Jews especially. Disabled people like me, I should stay in my lane. But guess what? Everybody's retarded nowadays. So everybody's got to fucking come up here and speak our mind, right? But the point is, right? Point is, we are in Weimar conditions, and it's leading up to Nazi Germany. All right. Nobody's a Nazi or a fascist right now, but we will be, because the people who are calling us these fucking names are desensitizing us to it. This is all by design, people. This economic downturn, all this crap, all done by design. The AI bubble is going to burst. I don't know if they actually anticipated that, but they anticipated people owning nothing and being happy. Those two don't work.
Well, so my idea is that if we're going to become like Nazi Germany, correct? Or we could go completely leftoid and become like Britain, where everybody's a yes man under the government. We want change, but we can't.
Everybody was a yes man under Nazis' government too, right? If you didn't listen to Hitler, you got fucking killed. What's the point?
Well, the point is under Nazi.
One looked more stylish. One looked like a bunch of retards. Okay, I'd rather look like the ones who are more stylish. Easy, boom.
Well, with Britain's situation, right, they're completely fucked because, like, the government just wants, it's become, what do they call that, a totalitarian dictatorship?
Totalitarian dictatorship.
Yeah.
No, it's not that. It's not that. Because totalitarian means they would want total control. They would be subjecting the immigrants they import into that area of the world and their country inevitably. They would want total control over them. No.
Well, let me ask you a question. If you basically bring in a lot of immigrants, right?
Yeah.
And you tell the people this, you can't touch these people. These people can touch you. We don't care about you, right? And these are natives to Britain, right? They're English, right? And these people are from terrorist nations where rape is good.
Yeah,
and,
it's not totalitarian control yet because the terrorists aren't in office telling the British people not to touch them, but the terrorists can touch them. That's not totalitarian because totalitarian means total control. Total control means they'd have control over the Britons and the terrorists. They're going to get that way. Make no fucking mistake. They are going to be totalitarian if people don't fucking step in. They're very close to it.
Yeah,
they're on the high level of authoritarianism because guess what? It's not totalitarianism because they don't have total control. It's definitely authoritarianism because they want the higher authority to be the one to pass judgment. If you're a white Briton, guess what? You have to listen to the total authority. They can put you in jail for saying faggot on a fucking, what is it, a fucking private chat that you were texting your friend on? Okay.
Yeah,
but if some Islamic terrorist who got imported from the third world wants to be like, I want to marry this 9-year-old. She looks so nice. Guess what? And the white Britons have a problem with that. But the law is they're refugees. They are untouchable. The authority decides what happens. It's not totalitarian yet. It will be. Right now, it's high authoritarianism. It's on the high scale.
Also, I'm hearing a lot of things from your background. I don't know if you're moving stuff or.
Yeah, he is. He's moving stuff. He's busy. He's busy.
Which is fine because it is the holidays, so you are probably moving stuff and trying to get your stuff.
But yeah, so what were you gonna say, Jim?
So basically, what I was gonna say. Sorry about the fan.
Yeah,
the fan.
just have to clarify because there's a lot of people who don't know. You know.
Yeah, the fan. It's because it's very hot out right now for me. And
is this true, Triton?
Oh, it's hot over here. It's like 80 degrees. In fact, earlier, right when you got off the call, I almost had a little stroke because it was hot. I had to open the garage a little bit.
Damn, what the fuck? You're having a stroke at 80 degrees, motherfucker? I could walk at 102 degrees.
It's not that. It's just, I don't know if I'm sick or what was going on, but I felt just so hot. I wasn't even sweating. My body was just heating.
Damn, bro. I can survive any climate. When it's cold
I can
as
survive
fuck.
any climate too. It's just,
When it's hot as fuck.
I feel like I may be sick or something. I really do not.
All right, but yeah, Jim, what were you gonna say? We know about the fan. What were you gonna reply about the authoritarianism versus totalitarianism? Shit, what were you gonna do? What were you gonna say?
Basically, what I was gonna say is that before my dog decides to do something stupid, I was gonna say that that right now where Britain sits. I would give it about a month, 2 months, 3 months at tops. And they're going to end up giving way to the next Hitler. I'd say in their case, that would breed the next Hitler. Because the regular...
Hey, you know what's hilarious about that? Sorry to interrupt. It's just because you have background noise that makes me want to interrupt. But I'm just going to interrupt this one time and say, America's not going to fight against it this time. It's going to join it.
Yeah, that's the thing. It would more or less be like, okay, so I could see Japan, us, and Britain being, one thing, with Israel leading the charge against all other nations in this case.
But they've been kicked out of so many nations. They're fucked. They're fucked.
Yeah.
Benny Shapiro did that to them. Mark Levin included. Netanyahu is the main driving factor.
And the problem is, the biggest problem is, and it's sad, is that sorry, it's a puppy. Anyways, so basically the biggest problem is that if you think Trump is bad, you're gonna hate it when the next elected official gets in. Because my guess, like a good 98%, right? It will be a liberal. It was super liberal, right? And we're going to end up just like Britain.
No, they're gonna. No, here's what I think. They're gonna put a liberal in office, and this is mainly because Trump is gonna lose the midterms because he's not doing what we fucking asked him to do. So he's gonna go into fucking midterms, gonna lose. Eventually lose the presidency because if you lose the midterms, you're not going to win the fucking presidency no matter how much you fucking redistrict. That's just fucking... You're not going to do shit next time you win, even if he wants to win a third term. And guess what? Even if he doesn't go for that third term shit, the Republican Party is not going to win either because guess what? The Republican Party has stabbed us in the fucking back. That's the problem. We're going to elect a liberal. Liberal's going to make things worse than Biden. And we're just going to be like, okay, you know what? We're fucking done with this shit. We elected this motherfucker. We thought he was going to change. We elected this motherfucker who said he was going to change, but he doesn't. This country's going to go up in fucking flames. We're going to start tearing shit down. That's the sad part. I don't want it to happen because I love this country and I don't want to have to sleep with a gun under my pillow. I prefer having it in my gun safe, but that's what's probably going to fucking happen. Probably what's going to happen, okay? Shit's going to get archaic. It's going to be anarchism. It's going to be fucking fires in the street. It's going to be chaotic as fuck. But they have actually... They did this to themselves. They think they're going to come back once the smoke clears and set everything back. No, it's not going to happen. People do not forgive and forget. They should know this by now. They're the same people who don't. Most of these motherfuckers who run the companies in America, and you can ask Gabriel. He thought I was fucking crazy the first time I mentioned this, but there's 4 investment firms that run the entirety of the United fucking States of America. BlackRock, Blackstone, Vanguard, and State Street. Those people, they think they can just come back and make money from the rubble. They do not understand that the rubble doesn't belong to them.
Oh, hey Dan, which I don't want to say the name. I don't want to say the name, but did you know that I'm related to someone that's in BlackRock?
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
I'm owed billions of dollars technically because the dude ended up dying. But yeah, I didn't even know he was my great uncle.
Okay. Keep that under wraps. I don't want you to get killed, okay? But anyway, the people who
we're on stream.
The investment, no, they can't dox him with that information. They can't. But anyway,
they really can't because the dude's a public figure, anyways. It's not
so it's like, yeah. But anyway, they're gonna try and come clear the rubble and build anew. They're not gonna realize that for one, the rubble doesn't belong to them. For 2, they're not going to build without a permit. What do you mean they're not going to build without a permit? There's no government. Yeah, well, the permit in this case is the citizens are not going to let them fucking build because they're the ones who fucking made everything go up in flames. That's the point I'm trying to make. Fuck, I forgot the point I was trying to make because fucking we talked about fucking Triton's BlackRock connected grand uncle or whatever the fuck. Damn it! Fuck!
My bad.
Fuck. But no. I guess the thing is, like they said, you will own nothing and be happy, but they just don't understand that keeping on and applying this, keeping on believe, they kept on trying to believe this would work, kept on with it. They really tried. They think they're succeeding. Great. Fucking great. But they're not. They're not succeeding. They're just shortening their fucking lifespan and everybody else's lifespan. It's like a fucking kamikaze pilot in World War II. My engine has been shot. I can't use my machine gun. I can't go home because surviving this war is a great dishonor. I'm going to take you down with me. Flies the plane into a ship. That's what the fuck they're doing, but they don't know they're doing that. That's the only difference. They think they're gonna live from the ship, from the airplane crashing into the ship. They think they're gonna They're gonna walk it off and take over the ship. They're not
They
going
think
to.
it's-
They're going to fucking die. And so
They
is the
think
ship.
they think it's the move. They think it's the movies IRL. They think they can be like the movies IRL.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. Possibly. But that was an allegory for basically what they think is going to happen. They think they're basically fucking Superman. Kamikazeing into fucking whatever fucking ship you can name. They're not going to walk it off because they're not fucking Superman. They're not going to walk it off and take over the ship because they're not fucking Superman. They're going to crash that plane, die. The ship is going to sink. That's basically what they're doing. If we put this into the country, they think, if you look this up and put it in economic terms and, apply it to the country, they think they're untouchable from their ivory tower. They're going to destroy the country. And they think when they destroy the country, they're not going to be destroyed. They're going to be able to walk up and take control of the White House. But the White House will not be fucking standing, and nobody's going to let them walk down the street or show their fucking face ever again. Have they not heard of the story of John D. Rockefeller? His monopolies got broke up, and he couldn't even walk outside his fucking mansion without somebody looking at him with fucking hate and vitriol. He spent the rest of his life in his fucking house, scared. They really think something different's going to happen? What the fuck? These are some of the most narcissistic, sociopathic. Oh yeah, Raven Groiper, absolute legend. Put this. I'm gonna put this up. Put the John D. retard up on screen so we can shit on his grave. John D. retard. Yes, this man is a retard. Fun fact: he made the public school system in the United States to basically urbanize people. He made it basic. You know why schoolwork is so repetitive and so focused on doing things a proper way, not thinking outside the box? You want to know why that is? John D. Rockefeller made the school system a precursor to being able to go into his factories. He wanted workers to be educated enough to work in his factories, but not overly educated to know that they're chattel slaves for his factories, pretty much. Nice. So this is the type of individual we are talking about. In modern day, it's even worse because we keep on passing legislation to fix the issue, but there's always a fucking fine print that leaves in one small loophole. This is why I know there's at least a couple Jews fucking doing it. Jewish people, I shit you not, the ones who believe in the Jewish Orthodoxy, the Ashkenazi, the Hasidics,
Zionists.
a lot of them. Their fucking holy book has been studied for so fucking long. The Jews have made a system of loopholing their own fucking holy book. Did you know that? Jewish scholars have worked to find loopholes in the holy book so they can compete and do everyday life. Did you fucking know that? Did you know that? They literally fucking do that. And it's the same fucking reason why I think they're running the fucking, they're writing the legislation. Because with the tax, we could literally do a massive fucking flat tax, or we can make it so that tax raises as the more you accumulate wealth. And the rich, the people who make over 7 figures, because even with $1 to $9 million, you're not fucking rich in this country. That shit'll go out the fucking window quicker than you could say baseball bat. All right. Anyway, people with over 7 figures, guess what? They can, dude. They have loopholes written in the fucking tax code for them. Trump admitted it. Trump admitted it. There's loopholes in the tax code for them.
Yeah, I know, and you're all right, but this is off topic. I don't mean to interrupt, but this is just really funny. Apparently, DSP is currently on the kill stream right now.
Oh, that's gonna end. That's gonna end.
Roll the tape.
Y'all want the stream sniper?
Roll the tape. Roll the tape. You want me to present it? How do you go to the kill stream?
Hey, I'm presenting it right now. I'm getting it up right now. It's on
All right,
Rumble.
let's watch it. Let's watch the shit. And everybody, Triton, I recommend people being able to give a live reaction.
Yeah, we're gonna give a live reaction. Also, Gatler, I don't know what it is, but you keep having
It's the
feedback
puppy.
every
It's the
time you
puppy. It's the
unmute.
puppy. It's not feedback. It's a puppy.
Oh, hey, puppy.
Jetler, show the fucking puppy. We want to see the cute little
Yeah,
bastard
show the
on
puppy.
screen.
While I pull this up. Show the puppy.
And I'll show you the box of 357 Magnum. Pretty neato.
I still don't get as much time to watch as I'd like, but I always keep up. So if it's a big Raw, if it's a big event, I'm watching. I saw the
going on, Mo?
Cena's matches, I
What's
think
going on,
all
Mo
of them this year, and so yeah, I'm definitely caught up on everything. With the caveat that I don't get to see everything just because I stream so much and there's only so many hours in the day. But a lot of times I'll listen to the wrestling podcast and Jim Cornette and takes like that. So I always stay up to date. Yeah.
I'll be right back.
So, honest question for you. I stopped watching at WrestleMania. All right. You have been keeping up on all of it for the rest of the year. Do you feel like what WWE did this year with the John Cena plot line and all the suspense and everything, was it a good payoff? Did it end on a high note? Do you think they did it well? Or do you think they dropped the ball with John Cena's last run?
What's your opinions on that? Do y'all think WWE, did you think it paid off? Do you think they dropped
Triton.
the ball? I personally think they dropped the ball with that. But what's up, Getler?
Yeah,
Oh, there it is.
How's your baby?
Well, all right, there we go.
Good girl.
Is there anywhere to click it, make it bigger on here?
You could probably close out of your. There you go. That's about as good as we can get.
Merry Christmas, little doggy. Also, Mo Battle, if you still want to come on and like have a random conversation, I'm willing to let you on. We had a really good talk last time. You were on about Trump and Trump's failures and all that. I think you really were on point on that because let's be real, Trump is a failure to this country. He really is. All right, I'm gonna send you the link then.
Justice for Hassan's dog. That's all I can say. We need to take care of doggos.
No, he really needs to stop fucking putting him on that electric collar thing. Like, electric collars are fucking bullshit. Not only that, but his dog literally looks so sweet.
Look
He
at
looks
this.
so depressed too.
She misbehaves all the time. She misbehaves all the time because she's a puppy, right? She has a normal collar. We don't do none of that shit in my house. Hell, fuck nah. We just discipline her.
Yeah,
If
that's
she
all
gets-
you do is discipline, like
You
discipline like a
discipline her
child.
more.
Like, do you put your child on a shock collar? No, you do not.
Swear to God, he's got his orbiters on a shock collar too.
Shock collars are meant for outdoor dogs anyway.
It's not.
There's no
It's
reason to
80
use them
degrees out.
indoors.
Oh
on
my
indoor
god.
I know it's crazy, dude.
My bro's literally using the heater in 80-degree weather. What do I do with that? Also, welcome back, Al. I didn't realize you disconnected, but welcome back.
But yeah,
Lol.
shock collars are meant for outdoor dogs. They're not meant for indoor dogs that
Y'all wanna continue watching the DSP appearance with Ralph, or y'all just wanna just watch?
Yeah, let's watch. Just watch the DSP for a minute. I didn't get to see much of what the fuck is going on.
Oh, I remember the Hassan dog's name, Kaya. Justice for Kaya. There you go.
Oh yeah.
Fuck up, Jim. Kai is going to die, and you will do nothing.
Yeah,
to
a
save
lot
him.
of people were
I
throwing
guess there was
shade
some
at
hits
even
dropping.
the
He just,
VTubers.
came out on SmackDown and said, "Yeah, you know what? That was all BS, and I didn't mean it, and I want to be the old me now." And they just turned him face in one night. So yeah, that was a problem. There was a lot of incoherent booking, in my opinion, but some great match. The AJ Styles match was awesome as well. I think that was in October, I believe, or
Decided
November.
I'm gonna be playing
No, it was
while
in
listening to
October.
this,
So that was great. Some great.
I'm gonna give my
What's
thoughts
that,
as
Dan?
well. I'm gonna be playing games while listening to this. I'm gonna be giving my thoughts on it as well, so don't worry.
All right.
Matches.
And so far, they're just talking about wrestling, which DSP did ask a question to Ralph about. Do you think they did well with the John Cena plot, or do you think like they dropped the ball? What's your opinion on that?
I have no idea what the fuck they're talking about.
Well, they're talking about WWE and shit.
I don't really watch wrestling. I can't. I keep up with it, but I
watched it. I watched it a little bit, and I feel like they. I'm not gonna lie, this may be a hot take, but I feel like they dropped the ball on John Cena retiring a little bit. I feel like they retired in a shitty way.
Yeah, that's so. Yep.
Following it, and now I'm listening to you, and I'm like, it sounds to me like they really wanted him to just have every high-profile match. You know, the CM Punk rematch, the Cody Rhodes rematch, the Brock Lesnar rematch. Everything had to be check every box, right?
Yeah. Mo Roboto, you are on the air. What is good, Mo Roboto? How's life been?
What's up, brother?
Hey, how's it going, gentlemen? I was listening to you talk about various topics. I'm a bit under the weather, by the way, so you have to excuse me, but I appreciate you having me out.
Hope you feel better, bro.
Yeah, I heard you talking about the .com bubble while I was working, or the AI bubble.
Yes,
it's going to burst. It really is.
Yeah, well, I can speak a little bit to this. It's in my
please tell me you have
sphere.
good news, man. Please tell me you have some good fucking news, please.
Well, actually, in a way, yes, I can give a little bit of light to it. So you do have a bubble coming. That's the bad news. Because you have places like NVIDIA, these companies that are heavily investing into AI. I think the global investment, last time I looked at it, is either approaching or at $1 trillion. But then when you look at the output of what the AI is actually producing monetarily wise, it's only in the millions. So there's a huge discrepancy in that, and it really hasn't caught up and hasn't really crashed yet.
You gotta
Mainly,
be kidding me. So they're putting billions into this fucking thing, and they're only getting millions out of it.
right? Yeah. Well, it's also because people are overestimating what its capabilities are. Right.
Of course.
AI is very handy in certain situations, and I'm talking about when I say AI, I'm speaking to LLMs, large language models. But it's not the magic box that a lot of people are painting it to be.
Yeah.
Now, here's the good news, though. We've experienced this before. It's really just a replay of the .com bubble, right? Now, if you keep in mind the .com bubble, the technology was good. It was valuable. The problem was at the time it was just extremely overvalued. Yeah. So the good thing about that is, though, we currently still have .com, right? We still have people. Everyone wants a website. So I do think AI will continue to develop and will find its place, and people will kind of recognize what its strengths are, what it's not really great for. And when we get to the other side of it, it'll be like what we have now with the internet, right? Everyone has a website. It's still valuable. And actually, the web is valued more than it was when the bubble popped, right? So it just hasn't caught up. But yeah, we definitely are going for a bubble is coming. It's going to pop at some point.
Yeah, but I what you're saying does sound reasonable. It might be a bubble that just lasts for a while until folks get their head out of their asses and realize what AI is actually supposed to be used for, right? That basically what you're saying?
It's really strong when you have, because you got to keep in mind the way it currently operates with these large language models. It's basically a really good Google search, right? Yeah. That's basically what it is. So when you put a chat box in front of a company, you can do things like you can have like level 1 techs who aren't very technical interface with this chat box and say, I need you to do this, and then, or I need this information, and then it can go and grab that information. But whenever you have the large language model attempt to do something like transformative, where I want you to take this data and then do this, it does work.
Awful at it. It doesn't do it properly.
Yeah, it can do it, but the problem is when you're talking from a business standpoint, you need these operations that happen in the background to be 100%. And AI, large language models right now, the AIs, they're not really there yet. So that's where people, these companies, they throw AI in front of their name, and now they go from like $100,000 worth, and now they're worth millions apparently overnight. And that's just not the case. Like they just slap AI on everything. It's a buzzword in the IT field. So.
Yeah, and it is a buzzword too, and I feel like the bubble's gonna burst eventually, and everything's gonna be messed the fuck up because they don't know what they're doing with this.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't think it's. I also, on the other hand, too, a lot of people are freaking out. They're worried about opening Pandora's box, and as far as like getting out of control and that sort of thing. From what I've seen, I think that's also overblown quite a bit. I don't really think that's a threat, as much of a threat as people are making it out to be.
Like anything but like sure you want.
I have a question for you. What do you go by?
Who, me?
Yes.
Mo Rebuttal.
Rebuttal?
That's my debate handle. It's what I use.
Okay, Rebuttal. Can I call you Rebuttal?
You can call me Mo if you want. or Rebuttal is fine. Either one. I don't care.
He's trying to be an asshole. That's why he's saying that.
No.
Yeah. You call somebody by their first name, not by their fake last name.
Maybe he meant it as like Mr. Rebuttal, like a last name, right?
No, he didn't say Mr. He said Rebuttal.
Come on, guys. All right. So basically,
sorry, I'm having a hard time hearing you. I'm hearing like a lot of like.
Atler, please mute.
Okay.
I think Atler might be right.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, but you have
I think it's coming from.
Welcome back, Gabe. But I did not realize I did not mute myself.
How about now? Is that better?
Yes, that is better
Oh
now.
shit! Eminem's on stream. Holy shit!
Okay, hey.
Man, Mo, you gonna take that from me? Just called you Eminem.
Eminem? No.
No, Slim Shady, the real Slim Shady.
Yeah,
Eminem if he smoked a pipe and was bass.
Hey, peoples. Can I get out what I was trying to ask him? All right, so you weren't here prior, right? But I want to know what your thoughts are on the RAM situation. I'm like,
Hey, Al, we can hear your typing. Can you mute for a
Yeah, I
second?
think it's coming from Al. Yeah, it's hard to hear.
Yeah, so...
Al, I don't think he can hear us. Can you even hear us? I'm just gonna kick
Yeah,
you.
I can hear you.
Just mute for a second while you type. It's all good though.
Okay, so what's your thoughts on the RAM situation and how like they're buying it up and like F the consumer and stuff? Like, where do you sit on that general?
So from what I haven't, to be fair, I really haven't read too much into it. I've just gotten kind of the passing information here and there, to the point of these companies buying this up. I mean, my response to that is, well, of course, right? Of course they are. I mean, it's the same scenario. It's like two guys at a fish market, and one selling fish for $10, and the other guy selling fish for $5, and then the guy who's selling it for $10 buys the guy out who's selling for $5, and now he's the only one that has the fish, right? I mean, it's just business. So you can look at it from that angle. And of course, companies are going to do that just at a larger, much larger scale. That being said, it is shitty for the consumer. I think we do need to invest as a country. We need to invest in chip manufacturing and everything that goes along with that heavily, so we're not dependent on these resources from a specific place that can kind of be cut off and cripple us. So yeah, that's just kind of my, I guess, off the top of my head thoughts on it. I think it's something that'll work itself out too in the end, because the market's gonna do what the market does.
Yeah,
and
market
eventually
stabilizes, and then it gets even fucking worse. That's how the American stock market works. Fucking great, huh?
Do you think, right?
Oh yeah, no, it'll be fine if we just print another 13 billion. Don't worry, it always works out.
Well, you should always hedge your bets on inflation. So when you buy, having fiat liquidation in the bank is a bad play, right? You need to have it in assets, because when you invest in, like, either if you get to the point of investing in property, gold, these physical assets, that's when you're hedging your bets on inflation, which you should, because the government's just going to print more money, and if you have fiat in the bank, it's just the government's constantly reducing its worth every day.
Okay. If that's the case, do you think that so I think RAM is made in China, correct? Like
I think a bulk of our chips are made overseas. Yeah, I believe.
Yeah.
Last time I
So if that's the case, we would need to open up one here in the U.S., correct? If we want to stop this massive strain on stuff, and have that one be dedicated to AI. Wouldn't that be the better solution than, and like they make them there and give them to the AI? The people
well, yeah, we should protect our own interests. And look, this is just history repeating itself, right? You can look back at the oil embargo in the 70s. At that time, the U.S. was getting the bulk of its oil from overseas in the Middle East, and the Middle East got involved with war with Israel, and then of course U.S. backed Israel, and so the Middle East providers of oil did an embargo on the U.S., and there was a great shortage. It drove the price up like crazy. After that, the U.S. realized, okay, this is like really, really bad. We can't be dependent on another nation for something that's so valuable to us. So now our current oil, I think the bulk of it comes from ourselves. We produce it and we get the other bulk from Canada. I think only about 3% or so comes from the Middle East now. So it's just a repeat of history at this point, and I feel like it's eventually going to take the same course. It has to. If it doesn't, then if we get in any kind of conflict with the nation that is either directly involved or proximity involved in some sort of Cold War or what have you, they can use that against us, and that's a bad place to be in.
Yeah, no, I get that. Then how about we do it the opposite way? We put the AI chips in China, right? And we put some for the American people, because it's supposedly America first, and that's what our president wants us to think. So we put the place that brings us chips, and we bring it here in America, and we make them from America. That way, we put less strain on the consumer. But that would never happen.
Never gonna happen. Yeah, you're right. It's never gonna happen. They don't want it to happen.
Because it makes sense. It makes sense, and that's the problem. That is the problem with this, is that anything in government that makes sense either gets destroyed or it becomes in a way that doesn't make sense at all.
No, that's not how it works. If it benefits the common person below the oligarchs in any way, that's exactly what makes common sense, and that's what needs to be destroyed.
Well, that's what I'm saying is that
you have to explain it very thoroughly. It's not really just all black and white like you're saying. It's not just about common sense.
No.
Things that lead up to common sense.
You're right, and as far as I know, that there is people above the oligarchs that run this country actually, and they would be called the Illuminati.
Yeah, they exist, but we tend to associate the elites and oligarchs with the Illuminati because they're fucking working for them.
True.
So you don't have to say the Illuminati because it's already on the fucking dollar bill. Okay, we already know.
Oh
well, there was the CHIP Act in 2022, so that's been put in place, and there's been billions
of CHIP Act? What is that?
It's a subsidies bill and tax credits to grant companies to get them to build chips locally, and there are companies that have established that they are going to build plants. I haven't checked on it recently to see where that's going. I think they're doing one in Texas.
In 2022, but a lot of them haven't even propped up. I swear to God, they're basically just fucking monopolies or shell companies at this point because nothing's happening. I haven't heard shit about them. Heard NVIDIA was supposed to build something in fucking Arizona, but we didn't get shit for it.
Let me see.
Yeah, in Phoenix. That's right, because I remember reading about that.
I mean,
I remember, wasn't there like a Taiwanese company that was going to build chips here in Phoenix?
There was, but they decided they wanted to switch it over to American-owned or American-operated.
Yeah, so it looks like there's one in Arizona and one in Texas. I just looked it up.
Are they built or are they being built?
Already built, and some are under construction.
Having this issue.
Why haven't we fucking heard anything about it? Why are we having this issue in the first goddamn place then?
Not newsworthy.
Well, it's not. Well, also, it's not going to be like a turnkey situation where they automatically replace it overnight. It's
I
gonna
mean,
take
of
time.
course. That's why
Yeah.
we also. That's why we weren't. And here's another thing. Anybody wants to know why Ukraine is still in war? We tried to make peace in Ukraine, and with that peace, we were asking for Ukraine's mineral rights for those semiconductor microchip processing factories, right? Well, that kind of left a lot of the European Union out of it, and they didn't like that. That's why they started the war up again.
Hmm.
If you really think about it, remember that whole debacle.
Yeah, that's the problem. You know, I believe our president needs to start dragging shit back to.
I'll be right back. Y'all continue.
I'm really fucking annoyed that we keep electing bureaucrats in hard times instead of electing a dictator like ancient Rome did.
Yeah, it was like basically it's just like he wants to do proxy wars everywhere to get certain things, but the main problem, there's literally homeless people that I pass every day on my own street, right?
Me, don't forget me.
Yeah, well, yes, there's Gabriel too. He's literally living at one of my.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I'm a
he's
homeless vet. I shit you not, bro.
Yeah,
I
and
can
he's
show you
li-
my cat card too if you want to see that.
and he's literally living in a shed at my homie's house, and it's like it's disgusting. It's like, what about like, you know, people? What about people that are common everyday people? Oh wait, we don't care about
Fuck
those.
the people.
Yeah.
Fuck people. We love immigrants, but I hate people.
So did I hear that right? That you lean more authoritarian? Is that what we're saying?
Who?
No, I
Oh.
want them to fix their shit. I lean
Well-
on either side. I don't care about either. I care about who's best for the job, who will get the job done for the people. I could give a damn at the end of the day about their little issues with the other party. That shit doesn't matter to me. What matters is what benefits humanity in America, not other countries. America. That's why when like a church decides to donate to another, this is the hypocrisy I see in churches. Like they'll give to overseas missions and shit like that, but they will not give to people in their own area. You know, their towns and their cities, right? They'll give across seas, right? And that shit pisses me off as a Christian. That shit pisses me off to the upteenth degree.
Would you classify yourself as a libertarian, or I guess what are your views on that?
I don't affiliate with any fucking political stance. I am for America and Christ our God. I don't give a single shit about petty issues. I want homeless.
So Christian socialism then.
So maybe Christian nationalism?
I don't know. I don't.
Is there Christian nationalists? First of all, if
But
it
wait, I
works,
want you to
then yeah.
I want you to
If it
cross-examine
works, then
me.
yeah. If
I
it
care
works,
Can you
about-
cross-examine me? I want to know what my viewpoints fall into.
I care
I'm
about.
very curious.
Well,
So
how would we do
let me
this?
give you my viewpoints. And
Yeah, give
maybe
me
you can
your
cross-reference.
viewpoints. Yeah, let's try that.
Okay. So I personally don't follow any religion whatsoever. As far as I'm concerned, it's superfluous. But I do believe in basic morality.
Okay.
I
Can I ask
personally
you?
believe-
Can I ask you? Can I just ask you a question on that?
Sure.
When you say morality, where do you get those morals from?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm back.
I don't know because I've never attended church, to be honest. I just
Okay.
have those views. For
yeah,
example,
well,
like,
hold on. You have these views. What are the views exactly?
the views are basically treat people as you would want to be treated.
One.
Okay.
That's basically my basic viewpoint.
Okay. Do you know what popularized that idea and made it mainstream?
Oh, I'm sure you're gonna go and say Christianity, but I don't really.
No, it wasn't Christianity. It was religion in general.
But the mainstay was Christ.
Well, you could say that the current moral structure that a lot of people attach themselves to in the U.S. comes from a theistic standpoint of some kind. But I do find it interesting when I talk with people and they say that they have they have these morals, right? And I like to ask them, okay, well, where do you ground these morals on? Like, if you were on an island and there was 20 other people there and they beat someone to death in front of you, you would probably say that's wrong, right?
Yeah.
Right.
But what if the collective of that island decides that it's right? Like, what can it's just whatever the so it's subjective then. It's whatever the collective is.
No, for me it would be like, well, you're all wrong, and I'd go find a place on the island where I would be right.
And it's also how you're raised too, because there's people that are not even raised Christian but still have morals. That's the thing. I'm a Christian man, but I believe that you don't need religion to have good morals.
I feel like that.
You just need to be taught good morals to have good morals. You know.
But what are those morals that you're being taught derivative of?
It's either like by your parents or it's basically by what you're around. If you're around people that have good morals, then you'll be good morals. But if you're not around those good morals, then you're gonna have bad morals because you don't know.
But how can you claim the morals are bad if it's just the collective? Because the Aztecs, they thought, opening people's chest up on a temple and rolling babies down hills was morally good, and that the collective of that time were agreed.
That sounds fun.
But weren't there people? There were tribes when the Spanish invaded, who went and said, "We actually don't agree with that. We don't believe."
Well, they were being subjected by the Aztecs, and that was actually the reason why they were able to fight them and win.
It also depends too on, are you willing to go against the collective, or are you just going to be sucked into the collective? Because if you're if you're sucked into the collective, like you're saying, then yeah, you're not going to have any morals. You're going to go with whatever the collective is telling you.
Right.
Yeah.
So to be fair, I'll tell you that for me, I do ground my morals on Christian ethics, and I believe that is objective because those morals are never changing. So when I talk to others that say, "Well, I can have morals without Christianity," I'd like to drill down. Well, how?
Well, they really can't, because most of the morality in Western society is based off of Christian morals, and you try to explain this to them, and they get very fucking defensive. Like,
well, it's more than that. It's they don't have a way to ground it for it to not be subjective. It just turns out it's whatever the collective is.
Mine
that's the case.
Mine is also grounded on Christian morals, but mine is also grounded based on truth in our reality as well.
People want to say Christian morals are so bad, but it's like I see atheists.
The problem is that because of Christian morals, it's able to propel our society.
Yeah. And I want to bring this up, Mo, because we were watching your stream the other day when you guys were talking about radical Islam and all that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that's something else I like to bring up, because I can tell you from meeting Muslim people, I came from a city where it was majority Muslim now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of funny when you see them talk about their morals, but when you see how they act in everyday life, they don't actually follow those morals.
Mm-hmm.
They'll say, yeah, we believe in helping the homeless, helping the sick, helping all this, but you don't see them doing that.
That's people in general, though, to be quite honest. I mean,
yeah, to be fair, that is people in general, but the greater issue with Islam is that they subscribe to Sharia law, right?
And some of those
that is the main thing is what the fuck? The main thing is you can have Sharia law in your part of the world. Well, they can't have it in our part of the world. We can have our Christian values in our part of the world. We can't have them in theirs, right?
But the big question is, what is Sharia law and what is it based on?
It's based on their religion, their book, and their guidelines.
Right,
It's
but where
basically
did they get their book from? Half their book comes from the Old Testament, and the other half comes from basically parts of the New Testament.
No.
no, they basically
Not entirely true.
they basically kind of made up their own. If you want like a good comparison, just compare Islam to Mormons. It's very similar. They have their own book, their own kind of like theology. It was just kind of this fever dream of what they kind of threw it together, just to kind of like put laws in place of how to subject other people. Like you have things like the jizya tax. So that basically says that anyone that is of the book, which means Christians and Jews, or to live in their area that they control, they have to pay a tax even to exist. So by just things like that,
that's for
it's
Muslims
just
as
for
well. Muslims pay tax as well.
yeah, but this is a specific tax for Christians and Jews, and they also have things where you're not allowed to like practice in certain areas, and it's very controlled. So that is, and also what they do to their women, putting them in beekeeper outfits, things like that. It's very counterintuitive to the Christian paradigm. Christian ethics venerate our women. We don't subjugate them to that degree.
But we did have it in early Christianity.
No. Give me an example.
Because they did have to wear head coverings and stuff in church.
That's only in church. And that's a sign of respect. And if you look at if you look at traditional churches like Orthodoxy or Catholicism, it's not something that is like
funny enough, I am Orthodox.
You are.
Yes.
Glory to God.
Glory to him.
So yeah, it's early church tradition venerate women. It didn't. It doesn't
Also,
do anything
another
close
thing I'd
to
like to
what
mention is
Muslims do.
Another thing I like to mention is, yeah, we can bring up the argument of like, oh, Christianity did that in the past, but are we doing it fucking now? The whole reason why Islam doesn't work in America is because, to be honest, let's just be completely fucking real. Let's get the fucking Band-Aid off. Their beliefs are old. They're fucking old, okay? They're very
Well, they never
they
don't
really
have like a New
experienced modern
Testament.
technology. They've never experienced a religious renaissance either. They're just fucking they're part of history pretty much. They're living history.
Well, they also think it's okay to fuck your cousin too.
I
Which,
mean, yeah, it took us
Yeah, but
like what?
Christianity has that too.
no, it doesn't.
We have
No,
that.
it
We
doesn't.
have.
No, it
Does
doesn't.
it have it? Hold on,
Yeah,
Gabe.
it
Does it
does. What
have
if
it?
your
Hold on,
brother-
hold on,
if your
Gabe.
brother's wife
Gabe,
died?
Gabe, does it? Is that modern day?
No, but the
Muslims
point
do
is
that
that
in
we
modern
There's many scriptures that talk about not engaging with sexual acts, uncovering the nakedness of your relatives.
Right,
In fact, the Old Testament, even the Bible has explicitly said that was not okay.
Yeah, it talks
but we
about.
have
There's
done-
many
but we
scriptures
have
for
done
that.
royalty wise. We have done
Yeah,
that
but
royalty.
that's for not following their own religion.
Well,
But
you can also look at
that's
to be
also
fair
why-
to be fair to his point, there are a lot of different, I would call them heretical denominations that have jumped up and claim to be Christians that go off of the traditions of like the first century, and they clearly don't.
Like as if like the traditional Nicene Christians, or they can't like or the Chalcedonians.
Yeah. So you can look at Mormons, right? Mormons claim to be Christians, but they don't believe in the triune God.
They're Arianists.
Right.
Yeah. And the only reason I'm bringing this up is not because I support it or that I believe in it, but the point is it's a discussion point that is actually very interesting to discuss.
100%. And you have a right to bring it up. It's like Christians. That's the thing. Christianity itself never supported incest, never supported murder of the innocent. People that claim to be Christian just do it anyways and break their own religion. Don't realize, oh wait, I'm being hypocritical.
Like
because
we've
my
we've
religion
had
is
God knows
against
how many heretical orders that have existed, and I'm just talking about the Latin Church. I don't know much about the Orthodox Church, but you had the Cathars, you had the Lollards, you had the God, what the hell was it called? God, I can't remember the order now, but it came out of Czechia. Hussite. That's it. Hussite. You've had all these orders where they've done some part of that, where they've gone and taken out part of Christianity and went and said, "Hey, this is what we're following because we read the book, and this is what we believe in from the book." Because they pick and choose the chapters.
Well, they appoint themselves their own authority in order to translate the scriptures. That's what you see a lot with Protestant denominations. They basically throw away tradition and say that they are the authority to say what the scripture should be applied.
The problem with that is that it could be easily debunked by pointing out that that the church had to exist before the Bible was codified.
Well, the church put the Bible together, and they were the ones. And if you go by the logic of like these different denominations, it's almost as if like
all you're doing is just like reinventing heresies, which is a problem.
Right. It's like according to these different, their logic, it's as if like the elders and the fathers of the first century were just in, those like game shows where someone's in a tube and like money's going around, they're like just grabbing shit. Like that's basically what them putting the Bible together. They're just grabbing shit. Like, doesn't matter. Like, there was no thought into it. That's what their logic would entail, which is not the case. Obviously, it was very purposeful. It was designed for
funny
liturgy.
Enough, Martin Luther did actually do that.
Well, yeah. The reason I'd like to joke, the reason Martin Luther the reason he invented a new church is because he wanted to fuck nuns. He actually married one of the nuns.
Let's be honest. I mean, that's a human thing. I don't see anything wrong if we had that in the church.
Well, I'm saying he invented a whole new denomination for it.
Yeah, because I was a brother in the Catholic Church, and I can tell you that still happens now. It just happens behind closed doors.
Yeah, I mean, the Catholic Church. The Catholic Church gets a lot of shit, right? Like, especially when they like to point out, the whole like child thing and PDF file stuff, right?
Hey, you can't make fun of the Catholic Church. They had fucking
here's the thing.
But if you're gonna do that, you have to. Okay, if you're gonna point that out as a criticism, I would invite you to look at the school system because it far, far exceeds all the cases that happened in the Catholic Church. What the problem is, what people don't like sit back and think is predators go where kids are. That's just how it is.
Yeah, I can tell you that out here where I am in Ohio. You could go onto the Watchdog, and on this whole block around here where I am, there's God knows how many pedophiles. Granted, some of them are tier 1, which means they got caught pissing in public. But then there's tier 3s where they've gone and raped children, kidnapped children.
I didn't realize there was a tier system. That's interesting. Okay.
Yeah, there's a tier system. I just learned about that. But yeah,
I just learned about that too. I didn't know there was a tier system.
This guy's a tier 3 Omega threat. He's.
I'm pretty sure though. I thought that was like mostly in like South American countries. Apparently, no.
Nope. So let me explain. So tier 1's for public urination or any like indecent exposure thing in public. Tier 2 is for statutory rape cases. Tier 3 is for actual rape cases and murders and kidnapping. So tier 1 and tier 2, not that bad. Those people will be off in like a year. But tier 3, that's lifetime probation. You will never be off it. And your location out here in Ohio, they will give the location of the house you live at, the address, your car registry, where you work at, the hours you work.
That's crazy. Does come with a mandatory life sentence, but okay.
Yeah, and I'll tell you why. Because I secretly believe that they actually want you to kill the tier 3s. There was a case out here. You might remember this. Have you seen the video where the guy shot his son's child molester in the airport?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was in Texas, right?
No, Louisiana. But
was it
that
Louisiana?
has happened out here in Ohio as well. And there's no law on the book saying that it's illegal for you to do that. They'll list like if you kill somebody else, it's fine. But as far in Ohio, I don't know if there's any law on the books on that because every case that has happened with that, nobody's been prosecuted and given a life sentence or anything for murdering a child molester who is tier 3. So I secretly believe that the government out here is actually doing that purposely because they want you to go and target those individuals. They want you to hurt those individuals because they agree that those people will need to be liquidated. That's just
and yet they themselves and the government are the pedophiles.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's ironic.
It's
But that's
really, really ironic.
Eliminating
Like,
the
ironic, but
competition.
it's fucking true.
Yeah, so that's why I find interesting, and that also harks back to we're talking about church doctrine and how some people will not follow the doctrine. Some people won't follow the actual laws that are on the book. Well, you killed somebody, yeah, but they were tier 3, so who gives a shit?
Huh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Sean went to Miami for the qualification.
Of course, it might.
I want to know this. Like, what's your
Okay.
viewpoint, like political viewpoints? Because I've watched your videos, but I don't like. I haven't seen a video where you explain like what your viewpoints are on things, like what you stand as.
I used to be very libertarian. Now, currently, I guess if you want to put the different viewpoints together, it would be something like paleo conservative or Christian nationalist. I lean a little more authoritarian.
Okay. Because I can tell you from watching your videos, I do agree with some of your viewpoints, man.
Oh, okay, thank you.
So you
Appreciate you checking them out. I'm hoping to get more up there. I'm a debater really by like hobby, but people have been asking for more content, so I've been trying to put stuff together.
We also got
I
an
don't know if it
interview
would
with
be free, but
we also got an
January
interview with
2nd.
one of your co-hosts, Motorolas on Friday.
Oh, Marte? Yeah,
Marte.
Marte's a good guy. Yeah, you'll have a good time with him. He's a good guy.
In fact, he also does a lot of research too. That's why it made me want to get him on, because he's showing statistics about all the stuff he talks about with Islam and all the other stuff.
Yeah, he actually has a debate coming up with on the Speakeasy channel around Islam. It's the topic is it's okay to marry your cousin.
Oh my gosh! Is
Yeah.
someone actually defending that?
Yes, someone is actually there's a Muslim that's defending it. Yes.
Oh my god! I cannot
Dude.
wait to ask Marte
Oh
about
no,
that.
he's
So that
gonna
one's
get
gonna be fun.
grilled.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good
Is
debate.
Wait, is that tonight?
Actually, it might be tonight. They pop off at 8 p.m. So it might be. Let me check.
I don't know if I'll be around at 8 because I do gotta go somewhere. But when I get back, if the debate, I'll remember.
Well, so here's the thing. On Speakeasy, the debates go for about, I don't know, like 2 hours or so with questions and everything, and then they usually go into open panel. So if you guys want to like get on there and cross examine whoever you want or just discuss, I would invite you to go in there and jump up and get on there.
Definitely.
Now, another question I wanted to ask you is: we're marching on January 2nd from Jacksonville to DC. We're calling it the March of America, where for refunding social welfare programs because they took away funding from that. Would you be interested in, like, I don't know, funding it or taking part if you live anywhere nearby? We're marching from Florida through Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, and then finally Maryland.
I'd have to take a look at it because I'm not familiar with it, but I'll check it out if you want to send me some links to it.
Yes, I think Trine could send you the links to it.
Yeah, I can
Okay.
send you the link to like the document and then the community thing we have as well.
Yeah, it's so you guys have talked about Trump a good bit, and I have something that I haven't heard anybody else describe it this way, but this is my take on it. I'm sure you've all heard of Trump derangement syndrome, right? The left,
Trump derangement syndrome.
they lose their fucking minds. He could, if he came out tomorrow and cured cancer, they would say, well, now the doctors who are out of business, or it doesn't matter, right? But my theory is, I think Trump derangement syndrome is a horseshoe theory. I think it's on both ends, because someone like myself, I can look at certain things in a vacuum and say, okay, that's good or that's bad. And on the left, I'll get, called a Nazi or whatever else, I'll get, attacked because I said anything good. And then if I go into a group that is very pro-Trump with the same Trump derangement syndrome, just on the other side, if I say anything bad, well, same effect. What are your guys' thoughts on that?
Instead of calling you a racist, because they've done the same to me, they'll call you an anti-Semite. They'll say you hate Jews. They'll
Yeah,
say
you're a
all-
progressive,
They came
a
after me
leftist.
too, man. They keep
Like,
sending
they
me
literally-
stuff on Twitter being an anti-Semite and shit, and I'm like, I'm not an anti-Semite. If I was, I'd be against Christianity.
Yeah,
You'd be
because
against
Jesus is a Jew.
Christianity, and not only that, but you would also be against like Jews like having a voice. And just because
No, yeah, Jesus was a Jew.
Hold on, wait. I want to say this. Just because I'm critical of Jews doesn't mean I want them to die. Doesn't mean I hate them.
No, of course.
You can
Yeah.
be critical of a group and still respect the group's
I
rights.
posted something that's somebody had posted before me.
Where is they at?
I'm indifferent to Jews and their affairs throughout the world. I just wish they would stop trying to buy their way into American politics. That's basically something I posted on my Twitter.
Yeah, I did see that actually. I don't know if I liked it.
And
or not,
people
but-
people are gonna keep calling me an anti-Semite, but for the people who will fucking listen, that post is for you. I'm not an anti-Semite.
I just don't like Zionism in general.
Oh yeah. Mo Battle too. I don't know if you watched yesterday's
I don't
show,
give
but
a fuck about Zionism or not.
Well,
I
keep
care about
in
American
mind,
first.
just a quick note. Keep in mind the current rabbinic Jewish religion was codified in 500 AD. So if you look at it through that lens, Christianity actually predates current rabbinic Judaism.
Yeah,
that's what exactly like we're trying to say, or I don't know.
Yeah, that's why the whole Judeo-Christian slogan is complete bullshit. It existed before 1940, but it got popularized in 1940 as a political slogan. There's no such thing as Judeo-Christian. That's
And everybody who I keep explaining this is like, oh yeah, well you go to church, don't you? And I'm like, what the fuck are you? So okay, going to whatever fucking place they go to, and me going to church is the same thing. And because we both believe in like prosperity or capitalism, or whatever. What I don't even know why they keep on trying to fucking bring that up, to be honest. Because like I can't find Judeo-Christian values because
it was originally put in place to get Christians to be more friendly to Jews. That was the whole reason. That's why you had
here's the thing.
But like, how can we have the values with people who believe our Lord and Savior is dead and burning in shit and extra, all that shit?
At that point, just say that they're worshiping a different god.
Yeah,
I mean, they are, because a lot of them believe that Jesus is a false prophet.
Yeah, like here's the thing: there are no Judeo-Christian values, and you don't.
That's why they're trying to rebuild a third temple.
And you don't.
The temple is to this.
And you don't need to pretend that Christians and Jews can't get along. Like what the fuck? Yeah, we can obviously get along pretty fucking well, huh?
We can get along, but we can't get along with the ones that hate Christians, that hate us.
Yeah, do you know there's actual
literally
Jewish
impossible.
people who do not like Ben Shapiro? That's how fucking insufferable these fuckers who are
Yeah, there
pushing
are
this shit
actual, and
constantly
I
are.
brought this up. There's actual Jewish people that don't support Israel.
Yeah. Well, that's like the more secular. They're Jewish by lineage, not practicing.
Now, Rabbinic Judaism. Now, is Rabbinic Judaism just the Orthodox, or does that also fall under the conservative and liberal Jews?
In what way? What do you mean?
Well, because okay, as far as I know, there are three branches of current Judaism, right? You have the Orthodox, you have the liberal, and you have the conservative branches.
I think those are I think those are like the. Hold on. What am I trying to say here? I think those fall under the same Judaism that was codified like way after the old like Jewish religion, like way after.
Oh, of course, because I mean the original Judaism, as far as I know, is only being practiced by
the Orthodox Christians in the historical church.
No, I was going to say the Samaritans in Israel because they still exist, the Samaritans.
Well, I mean, I want to bring up this point that I wanted to bring up earlier.
What?
These people do everything they can to try and fucking preach something that just doesn't make any fucking sense, in my opinion, right? I was arguing with this one person, right? This Jewish person. I don't know their fucking denomination. I don't know if they fucking... See, I don't know. I know Jesus Christ was a Jew, right? I don't know if, like, Jewish people, like, fucking... Dude, they pray in synagogues, right? The Jewish people, they pray in synagogues, right?
Yeah, largely to my knowledge, yeah.
Yeah,
but
so
I don't. To be fair, I don't know all the different inner workings of different denominations.
Neither do
I just view it as like kind of like the Protestants and the Christians, right? It's just like these different
No,
branches.
like yeah, but like here's the thing that I was trying to bring up, right? In the last point that I made, because this is the reason why this is one of the reasons why I'm actually
Thank you, Flipper.
this is one of the reasons why I kind of even got woken up to the Jewish bullshit in the first place. They're trying to gaslight me by saying, "Look, you wouldn't have these churches if it wasn't for us praying in synagogues." And I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about? Churches and synagogues are two different things." When we were bringing up Judeo-Christian values, they're like, well, Judeo-Christian values come mostly from the Jews. And I'm like, whoa, hold the fuck on there a minute. So, like, there's definitely some psyop shit going on. They're trying to convince us, because you go on Twitter and you see this shit too. Right? You go on Twitter. They will try and convince you that Jesus Christ or God wants you to, as a Christian, your God wants you to side with Jews in Israel because Jesus Christ was a Jew, even though Jesus Christ had literally called out the quote-unquote synagogue of Satan multiple fucking times before.
Yeah, he called them a bunch of vipers. That was his favorite word almost.
Yeah, and that's kind of why I have an issue with a lot of the Jewish propaganda going on. I'm indifferent whether they bought. Here's the fucking thing, all right? I don't care what the fuck they practice or whatever they don't practice, as long as they don't fucking hurt my country or innocent people in other countries, so that I get called to go over and fix that fucking problem later down the line. I don't want to fucking do that. I don't want anybody else in my country to have to do that shit either, right? That's why I don't like the war on terror.
I'll be right back.
All
right. But there's a whole propaganda campaign from basically the Jewish establishment, basically set up to try and gaslight Christians in one of their main homelands in the United States. It's basically here set to gaslight us into like bowing down to the Jewish bullshit or whatever. And like, if you don't, you're a terrible anti-Semitic person and you're not a real Christian. You're not even Christian, motherfucker. You're Jewish. It's like if I called, and like, here's the thing. It's like if I called a practicing Hasidic Jew not Jewish because, for whatever fucking reason. Yeah, that I would be out of line. Because I'm not even a part of that religion, and I'm telling them they're not a part of that fucking religion, and I'm mischaracterizing everything their fucking holy text says. Like, it's just retarded. You know? And I've seen this prop up more and more on fucking Twitter. And I keep combating it, but it keeps fucking going. And it's coming from both sides. It's coming from Islam and it's coming from the Judaist side, right? The Jewish side. They're both trying to tell Christians what they are and what they fucking aren't. It's pissing me off. But it's and the worst part about it is I would expect it to come from the Muslims the most. It's coming from the fucking Jews the most. And that's why I really have a fucking issue, right? Because I've talked to somebody in person about this. Or I debated somebody in person about this bullshit. They didn't make any fucking sense. I wasn't convinced. Obviously. I tried to fucking... I look on Twitter and I'm seeing the same shit. But you have these old fucking boomers who keep on agreeing with it, even though it's like pure fucking nonsense.
Stop it. You're saying strange things.
Well,
he's not. He's saying truths.
No. I'm doing the soundboard thing.
You have to do it when it's accurate, though.
Fuck.
Can't just do the soundboard bit when he's actually saying truths. I mean,
Glitch does it all the time. As far as
no,
I'm
I
concerned,
know.
it's available
still,
to
it's
do it
just
anytime.
like, it's still just like. It's
What's
just
this
like,
about,
you know.
soundboard?
You
Oh,
play
no,
that
get-
shit at the worst times. As far as I'm concerned, Gabe has a rite of passage because of you. Yeah, no, there's another thing I want to bring up as well, right? There's another thing I want to bring up. Who else? Let's go off to another topic because I'm pretty sure a lot of us in this call have had to deal with this shit as well, right? The racist Nazi allegation bullshit. That shit that just gets thrown out every fucking days, 6 days from Sunday. You know, you say one thing they disagree with, and it's against a group of people they respect, but you don't respect due to their previous actions. You could call it fucking Nazi. You know, that those type of people, right? Fucking insufferable.
Are you trying to? Oh, you're still talking about Jews, right?
No, no, it's actually not at all. Not at all. I'm talking about how our society has devolved into purely fucking defamatorious insults. Like, Triton will tell you this. There used to be a point in time where I would actually defend myself if I was called a racist. I would be like, I'm not a fucking racist. In fact, that started a big fallout we all had. Not a big fallout we all had, but a fallout in one of the servers' servers' history, right? We had a fallout with somebody because of this stupid motherfucker calling me racist, which, you know what? Now looking back on it, I don't give a fuck anymore. I don't care because it's a label that the losing side gives to people they don't like. My problem today is that it's not just coming from one side, it's coming from every side. You got conservatives on the right who align themselves with Zionism. They're calling people who are fucking anti-Zionist, they're calling them fucking anti-Semitic. No, they don't hate Jews. Actually, no. Anti-Semitic is a blanket term for people who were born on the Arabian Peninsula, by the way. But no, they don't hate Arabs or even Jews for that matter. They fucking hate the fact that Israel has a spot in the Middle East and is using that as leverage in American politics. That's what they fucking hate about it. And then
they also hate all these laws that Israel's trying to put on America for this shit. Like, Israel keeps on trying to push all these anti-Semitic laws into America, and these Congress people keep on.
Yeah, they're lobbying the Trump administration to do that.
But that's the thing. It's like, what is their definition of anti-Semitic? Is calling out Israel anti-Semitic to them now?
Yeah, no. There's a serious fucking problem. I will mention that. There is a major fucking problem. Fuck. Yeah, no, hold on. Let me get this. Let me think. Fuck. Just had to clutch a win at the end of the game. But yeah, no. There is a serious fucking issue. They're calling us anti-Semitic for criticizing their government. Their government is making them fucking look bad. The Jewish state of Israel, the government there, it's making Jews look bad. That's the problem. We're calling that out. But even if we call out the nuances of it, I guess we're fucking anti-Semitic. What the fuck is going on? That's the problem I have. And the more you call out somebody for being anti-Semitic when they're not, they're probably just not going to give a fuck, and they're going to actually turn anti-Semitic because they're tired of the bullshit. Like, the fuck? How's that work for you? You know what I'm saying?
Uh-oh. He died again. What the hell? What keeps...
He's got a short in his microphone.
Yeah, because it just goes D. Also, Muffin asks what keeps making that alarm noise. It's Al's mic. Don't worry,
I thought
we're
for
not
a
getting
minute that
raided.
Trident hit his microphone and just broke it.
Yeah, you fucking would do that. It's not a question.
I
of
hate
why.
this little shit of a microphone, bro.
What did you Did you break your microphone before Triton? What?
No. I bought it from like Walmart, and I saw it had like a smashed box, and I didn't think about that it was gonna like cause issues.
You need to take.
I bought my entire setup from Walmart, by the way.
No.
I bought my keyboard, webcam, and all that shit.
I bought my mic from Logitech in Walmart, and I saw that it had like a beat up box. I didn't really think about it, and then like it was good for a while, and now it's starting to have disconnection and connection issues.
Wow, massive L, you fucking clown. Get wrecked.
Meanwhile, this headset I bought like back in.
And do you know how much it cost me?
An arm and a leg?
No, $150 just for the damn.
He got. He must have said a swear word.
Oh my god. Every time he talks, it's like
Ernest,
it
break
goes,
it.
My guess is that it got damaged on shipping to Walmart.
But you see, the funny part is, little did you know, your mic was actually working for Israel, which is why it's not working for us right now. Because
Wow.
Wow.
It's almost like I need to buy a, I don't know, fucking mic from Best Buy, a backup.
Make sure you don't
sweet.
buy a
Funny.
pager from Best Buy, bro.
Funny guys, I bought a $20 microphone off of eBay back in 2022, and it's still working to this day.
Feel that, nerd?
Listen,
Feel
this
that, you
oil was
fucking
promised to
nerd?
us 3,000 years ago. This
And the only,
Venezuelan oil was
and like
promised
now
to us
I'm waiting,
3,000 years
and now I'm waiting until Christmas Day just to get a $50 like mic from like Mono.
Oh yeah, what a great name for a free thing. Mononucleosis, the most deadly disease out there. Let's go and name
No,
it
no,
like
no,
that.
no. That's the name of like a brand who makes microphones and like XLR mics and whatever equipment.
But I got a good discussion point for us if we were talking about Israel and shit. Let's talk about the fact that we're about to be on a 5-front war.
I
Oh,
know.
yeah, fucking talk
That's
about
also.
that.
Should I bring up the
lie.
screenshot of Nick Maduro literally telling?
I don't
Trump-
want to fucking go doomer mode. Shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear about it.
I don't want to get drafted.
I don't want to doom scroll and fucking realize that while doom scrolling on my feed, New York and Hong Kong have been nuclear bombed, and now I'm fucking next. I don't want to hear about it. Okay? I don't
Nah,
wanna
it's not
fucking
gonna
hear about it.
happen. If anything's gonna get nuked, it's gonna be DC.
Lol.
Which I guess means we don't have to march all that way to DC if it gets nuked.
By the way, Florida, and if anything, my state would be in danger because my state's closer to Venezuela.
Yeah, your state is closer, but they're not gonna nuke Florida because years ago they posted something on that where somebody had gotten the plans from Russia or whatever. And one of the main points of where
I want to bring this up because Dan is like kind of scared. You know, Nick Maduro doesn't even want war with us. He told Trump to basically focus on your own issues before starting a war in Venezuela. Like Venezuela does not want war with us at all. They really don't.
Dude, he actually fixed a lot of the issues there. Like the hyperinflation, which happened in 2013, by 2015, it was fixed. They now just use the American dollar. They don't even use their own currency. They just use the US dollar.
The US dollar, bro.
The fucking a lot of South America uses the US dollar, so their actual currency. Sadly enough,
The US dollar.
The boats we've been striking, from what I could do research on, this is basic research via Wikipedia. We've been striking their Coast Guard. They're PT
Not even
boats.
the drug boats.
Nope, they're PT boats. They're actually part of the Coast Guard. We've struck like I've God knows how many. But I mean, it wouldn't sound good if we said, "Hey, we blew up their Coast Guard." We had to make up some sort of fucking excuse.
True.
And then I also did more research. You look up like Venezuela on Reddit. Look at the streets of Venezuela. Granted, when the pictures are taken, it's in early morning when there's barely any traffic and the stores aren't open.
Mm-hmm.
But look at how clean the fucking street is. You could eat off that street. That's how clean it is.
And who's eating? I can hear it.
Me, motherfucker. He said eat off the street. I had to do the
Oh,
you know,
you
the thing.
eating? Wait, are you eating off the Venezuelan street?
Yeah, I'm here live at Venezuela and this ice cream cone on the street. It's good. It's fucking great.
Yeah.
So no rabies, no
yeah,
AIDS, no anything.
I looked it up, dude. You should see their malls out there. Their malls are freaking. Their malls kind of remind me.
Let's look up the malls real quick.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be like Caracas or Maracaibo, because most of the people live in the cities. They don't live in the country.
All right, I'm gonna take
But
off
I had to look this up for myself, man. They're actually doing better economic wise than we are.
Well, that's not surprising because like India is also like climbing in terms of economy.
Yeah, but in social welfare, India does terrible in that.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like they surpassed Britain from what I've heard, but like I'm not really sure.
This is what the malls in Venezuela look like.
Yeah, that's the main mall in Maracaibo, if I remember correctly.
It looks really nice and big. It really looks bigger than our malls too.
Do you know what it reminds me of? You know, like those specific malls in like Texas where like it looks like very 1980s ish, and like it has like the Sears stores and like all like the other like stores.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah, those are the malls. Now look up the streets, bro. Look up what the streets look like.
All right, let's do that.
Like just type in Maracaibo. Maracaibo.
Wait, what was that spell you told me about? You said the Venezuela streets, right? You're spelling something
Yeah,
out.
you know what? Just look up Caracas. Caracas. Caracas.
C-R-A.
No, C-A-R. Just
Oh, Caracas. Okay, I see it.
Yeah.
Caracas streets?
Yep. That's where the presidential palace is.
My mic keeps disconnecting. It's trying to murder itself.
It works for Israel, like Dan says. You gotta,
Hey, I said it works for Israel. Dan
you know
didn't
how-
say that. I said that.
Hey, you know what you need to do, Al? You just need to go to Venezuela and eat an ice cream cone off the street like Dan's doing, and your microphone will work.
What? I didn't hear you.
I said eat the ice cream cone off the street in Israel, and they will make sure your microphone works. You also gotta go kiss the wall too.
Bruh.
Kiss the wailing wall.
Dan's muted because he's kissing the wall. He's making out with that wall right now.
Are you sure about that? We're fucking sure about that? I don't think Torn
I like how he comes back as soon as I say that.
Total twink shoe death.
What the fuck?
Uh-oh.
Total
Dan is
Israel
currently in
state
the
death.
gay district of, yeah, Dan is currently in the gay district of Jerusalem. Eating an ice cream cone.
Eating the ice cream cone and kissing the wall.
Eating an ice cream cone through a hole in the wall.
Is that true that you're eating the ice cream cone through Bibby's wall?
Oh no.
Is Bibby on the other side of the ice cream cone just licking it too? Dan's gonna kill us all.
Irony of ironies, Dan's father is actually calling me at the moment.
What the hell was that?
Wait, what? Wait, what'd you say, Gabe? I didn't hear.
Dan's father is calling me at the moment.
Me.
I don't know if Dan's in the same house as him at the moment, but could you
Yeah.
tell him that we're streaming?
We're streaming! We're calling Gabriel!
Did he just say no?
Oh no.
Did he just say no?
He said, oh.
Oh, I thought he said no for a second.
No, I'm not gonna stop calling Gabriel. I'm gonna call him to the end of days. Because apparently I'm well loved by everybody. I guess I'm Saint Gabe for real.
Yeah, true.
I mean, you are every Gabriel I know is loved for some reason by everybody. In fact, I'm not gonna lie. My favorite Walking Dead character is Gabriel. Is the priest.
There's a character named Gabriel in The Walking Dead.
Yeah, he's a priest. He actually used to be like a priest, and then like as the show come on, he became a killer. Started,
Yeah,
killing
sounds like me.
walkers and more.
Sounds like me. I go out at night and I kill skinwalkers.
Yep.
There's a lot of skinwalkers out here in Ohio, little did you know.
A lot of naked people. But I didn't want to see naked like Donald.
Apparently, Mo Rebuttal is left. Looks like you have to go take.
Oh my god!
Oh my god, Israel! Why do you keep fucking doing that to his mic, Israel?
That
God
was
damn.
loud.
Anyway, Did you look up the streets of Caracas for us?
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh yes, I did. Hold on. Let me go to images and let me pull up what.
God damn you, ADHD!
I'm not ADHD. I'm high functioning autistic. Well, actually, wait. No,
No,
I'm
I
ADHD. I'm
have
both.
I have ADHD as well.
I have both. I'm cursed. We're all cursed. Here's the streets of Caracas.
Caracas. Look at how nice and clean the streets look.
I know.
Right, look at that shit. That's the main boulevard. You think I'm fucking with you? That's the main boulevard of the city.
LA's are a lot cleaner than the boulevards in Texas.
Yeah, but one thing I do got to bring up though, are they cleaner in person?
Yes, they are. A lot of people online I was talking to on Reddit said yes.
Oh.
Hell, the inflation is gone over there. They fixed that problem within a year or two. All they did was switch to the US dollar. And the main reason why it went to shit was because originally they were pegged to gold. But everybody stopped using gold, so the gold market started going, and their inflation went up. So what they did was they just switched to the US dollar because of the fact that, well, you know, that was the most stable currency used around the world, and it's not pegged to gold at the moment. But if they were to go back to gold, they would actually switch back to gold and use it, and it would probably be more stable. But for that to work, every country has to use gold.
So I gotta wrap up because I'm about to go do my plans like I said I'll do. But we will be coming back at midnight tonight as we do have Chuddy coming on possibly, and we also got Adonis of the West coming on as well.
Oh no.
Wait, Dave, are you going to be there for that? Because if you're not going to be there for that, I'll probably just not.
Oh, I will definitely be there. I'm going to definitely be there because I got to see this shit
You
show.
just got to make sure if he says something crazy, you just tell him, okay, chill out.
If only I could have mod privileges on this to make sure that that would that wouldn't happen.
Oh, then I'm splitting. See y'all later.
Wait. He's not coming on now.
Oh no, but we're getting ready to shut
Oh,
off.
yeah, we are getting into end because he said 3 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and end it. Thank y'all for coming on the Christmas special part 1. Thank you to all the guests, Mo, Roberto, Weisler, and everyone that came on. I really do appreciate y'all coming on. And I will see you guys when I get home, which may be 10, maybe midnight, who knows. I'll let you guys know when we're live again. I will see you guys later. Thank y'all for
Have a
coming.
happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah. Peace.
Christ is born. Glory to him.